City. Spin City on the screen, got the room on 10. Breaking news, panel smoke, then he does it again. The bass in the morning, debauchery at night. He steps in loud and he don't back right. Clip it, post it, watch the chat explode. One more take, then he takes the road. He talks that talk with a grin and a stare. The other side's talking, he already there. Hold up, here he comes. Hands in the air, let the verdict come. No more hush, no more shade. Spin City live and the whole place sways. Spin City, Spin City. He don't play it safe. Spin City, bringing fire to the face. MAGA on the mic, and he says what he means. Spin City, shaking up the scene. Panels in a circle, everybody wants a turn. He leans in hard, let the hot takes burn. Protest on the ticker, riot in the thread. He talks over the chaos with a raised up head. Yell a little louder, make the point land clean. Cut through the noise like a headline machine. If they come for the room, he comes right back. One more clash and the whole beat snap. Hold up, here he comes. Hands in the air, let the verdict come. No more hush, no more shade. Spin City live and the whole place sways. Spin City, Spin City. He don't play it safe. Spin City, bringing fire to the face. MAGA on the mic, and he says what he means. Spin City, shaking up the scene. When the mics get hot and the comments fly, he laughs at the noise, then he calls it live. One more round, let the sparks go wide. Spin City standing on the right side. Spin City, Spin City. He don't play it safe. Spin City, bringing fire to the face. MAGA on the mic, and he says what he means. Spin City, shaking up the scene.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. We got Joe Motherfucking Cool up there in the right-hand side of the screen, and we got Arya Moonwillow up there in the left-hand corner. Tonight, we've made a decision. Our resident evil host, Benjamin Balderson, will be moderating because Arya Moonwillow is one of my moderators. So to make it fair, we are going to do it this way. I want to thank everybody for coming in. We are live over on the Spin City News channel, the Benjamin Balderson channel, X at Spin City News, Rumble at Spin City News, pilled.net over on Spin City News. I am going to bring Mr. Balderson in here. We will have 1 hour of open debate, 5 minutes to start with opening statements. Then we will bring the panel up and do a Q&A session, and then we will have open panel after that. Mr. Balderson, sir, Mr. Balderson, take it away.
What's up, guys? So we'll go with ladies first. Go ahead and do your opening statement. And hopefully keep me out of it.
Is he talking? Because I don't hear him.
So,
wait, is Balderson talking?
Refresh, Joe Cool.
If he's talking, I can't hear him. I'll have to leave and come back. Can anybody hear me? Leave and come back? All right.
Oh, okay. So my big question would be is when a crime is committed by a black male or, and I mean this respectfully, a black person against a white person, it is not considered, even in the media and protest and regular speech, it is not considered a hate crime. But when a white individual commits a crime against another race or black person predominantly, because that's what you see in the media, why is race always a factor when it comes to the media, when it comes to protests, conversations. It always seems to be the general focus. Why is it that when those things occur, race is always a factor unless it's not fitting the narrative that everyone wants it to be?
You guys can hear me? Was that your opening?
Yep,
Yep.
we can hear you, Joe. Can you hear us?
I can't. Was that her opening? I didn't want to interrupt her.
That was her opening. So you can, you've got 5 minutes.
Mine will be short. It looks like
Yeah,
mine. Yeah, mine will be short as well. I think the prompt is, and I'm not sure that I heard you say anything about this. Why is it portrayed more that, what was it? I don't know. What's the prompt? Whites are attacking blacks?
what her opening statement basically included is when a black man commits a crime against a white man, there isn't this additional labeling, but if a white man commits a crime against black people,
It's labeling.
it gains this hate labeling. Why is that?
All right,
Exactly.
all right. Okay, great. Thanks you. I would disagree. I would think that white people crimes go unnoticed. They are mislabeled so that they are no longer crimes. They are made legal so that they are no longer crime. All the harms they do as black people, and there's evidence that black people's crimes are talked about more, or shown more, or given whatever evilness is involved is the culture. Everybody thinks black people are less, lower, steal, rob, and all of these things. That's because the culture has presented them as thieves all of this fucking time since the inception of fucking TV propaganda. Even before that shit. That's how we've been presented. Black people have been presented as less than. And our crimes are, the same crime by a white person has a different tone to it. And I intend to relabel white crimes as what they are and include them in the conversation. And that'll do for my opener.
Thank you, Joe. So with that, we're going to go ahead and move into the just open back and forth. Again, I'm not going to regulate the flow of your conversation, but do not talk over each other. Let the other person finish what they're saying and then respond at that point. And
the lady could start if she likes.
All right, Moon, it's on you.
So from what you've said, why is it then that in Texas there were 4 black individuals who were booked as white for crimes that they committed? Why do you think that was?
I'm sorry. I hate to start off like this, but somebody's fucking texting me, and I'm a squirrel. I'm so sorry, but you gave me an incident in Texas where, could you say it again? I'm so sorry. I apologize. But you should know I'm in the streets and my life is weird. I'll please be patient with me. Yeah.
So there was 4 individuals who committed a crime in Texas, and when they were booked in, they showed their photos, but they were booked in as white.
I would assume it fits someone's agenda at the time. There would be times, the whole idea is to keep us split, so the white guy can't be the bad guy all the fucking time. But what I intend to prove, and I think you'll agree with me, is that I hope to you agree with me at the end of this, is that generally speaking, overall, white motherfuckers, their crimes go unpunished, unnoticed, and mislabeled. But first, we might have to talk about this. Can we keep it to America? Yeah, you seem okay with that so far.
Yeah.
American blacks, American whites.
Yeah.
All right. I would. So I'm gonna make generalizations. First, can I say this too? I apologize. I don't believe in this white black thing. Race is not a thing. We're all from the same people, just been on the sun more. This is just a debate for me. I won't believe a lot of this shit I say. I don't believe in race shit. All right, please. All right. However, if we're gonna do the race bullshit, which is what it is, and black people here in America, and talk about white people here in America, white people here in America have imprisoned more than anybody else in the fucking world. They got 1 in 10 people are in the fucking jail system. These are all white man rules. Every motherfucker been in jail for weed, drugs. Some white man came up with that fucking idea. Every fucking thing you do that should be legal is labeled a crime because some white motherfucker did that shit. Surely that is a crime. It's been labeled as a good. I say whites have shaped everything and changed it so that their actions seem pure and my actions seem bad.
But why does race have to be a factor? Why can't it just be a person? This guy committed a crime. Why does race have to be a factor? Why does it matter what color they are? Where they're from?
I think what matters, the only reason that would matter is to keep us divided because we are stronger together. This is a game, sorry, by another white motherfucker, a crime under God, if not a crime under law, to keep the propaganda going and keep me thinking we're apart, not just race, left versus right, tall versus short, whatever they came up with this week. That's part of the agenda to keep us apart, but that has nothing to do with the topic, which is who are represented more as doing the worst crimes.
So, for instance, in the case of Carmelo Anthony, in the courtroom, there was statements made that race is not a factor in this. But according to the press, according to the media, according to protesters who are out there, race is very much a factor. And in this case, Carmelo Anthony is a black student who murdered a white student. Why should that matter? Why can't it be portrayed as one student murdered another student, regardless of their race? Why is it a factor? Why are people focusing so much on the fact that this is what happened and they're trying to defend him because he was black and it was self-defense? Why are they trying to make this argument?
I was wondering why.
Just because shitty childhood doesn't give you the right to be a shitty person. That's what it should be labeled as, not a black kid killed a white kid. A kid killed a kid. That's how it should be portrayed.
We agree, and I would give you the same answer, but I think what you're asking me is something different. You're asking me why is it that people are going out there supporting what he did just because he's black? The rest of it, why do they do it? Again, people will do their propaganda. They all have their reasons. I'm not sure that has anything to do here, but I'm willing to engage, but I'm not sure that's on topic. However, if your argument is that black folks are going out representing him just because he's black, even though he did something wrong, is that where you're going with this?
Pretty much. They're saying that there's no way that he's guilty, that it was self-defense. That he couldn't have committed this crime unless he was in a threatening matter.
Very good. I would say that you give me an incidence of where this is being played by black folks is racial. I'm trying to use more black and white terms because that's what we should be doing here. And I would say, again, in the grand scheme of things, it's anecdotal. White motherfuckers been getting off with crimes forever. You know why that OJ shit was so big? Because white motherfuckers been getting off with crimes forever. And black motherfuckers knee-jerk response, just wanting to see a black motherfucker get off for once. Right? But white motherfuckers been the ones that have been getting off with crimes forever. I'm not sure why you're mad that that this dude, someone's wants him to get off. Every jury that's been white historically, even up to today, man. White motherfuckers gonna get off.
So here's another one too for you. Crimes that were committed by BLM, the Black Lives Matter movement, have gone unpunished.
Yeah.
But crimes that were committed by the Triple K group were automatically labeled as hate. Were automatically tried as a hate crime. Were automatically thrown in there. Oh, they committed this because even though they came out there saying that they were hateful towards them, when did hating someone become a factor in the punishing of a crime?
That's like three things there. The hate crime thing, I agree, that's stupid. Whether they labeled it as a hate crime, which is where I think you're going. They labeled a hate crime group as opposed to, and punishes them for their shit as opposed to BLM. Well, I tell you, at the time, by the time they labeled them a hate group, it was only after all the judges and fucking cops got up out of it. They were not labeled a hate group then. When they got away with every fucking crime that they ever did, they were not labeled a hate group then. Now, when they're defunct, they label them a hate group, but they ain't doing shit now. I'll tell you what, though, all of the white groups that are doing shit now, they won't be labeled as a hate group, right? So that nobody current is being labeled as a hate group. And you got into the BLM, they've not been punished. Well, I could say the same for them J6ers. Yeah, the BLM motherfuckers went out there and burned a few buildings and did whatever the fuck they did. And the J6ers tried to fucking overturn an election. You may disagree with that one, but they went in there to stop the fucking election. They were yelling the shit as they went in the building. These things should be punished severely. But what did America do? Pardoned every fucking one of them. Why are white people getting off of that shit and the black motherfuckers they caught for BLM burning buildings? How come they ain't out of jail?
Well,
And
regardless
getting
of the
reparations.
still initially arrested, they were still initially thrown in jail. They were in jail for 4 years, while the people of the BLM group were never, even though they had photos, they had videos of them committing these crimes, they were never ever thrown in jail. They were never thrown in prison.
I don't know that that's the case, because the FBI were scouring vids for motherfuckers doing crimes during those times, throwing them in jail. So, and I'm sure the records would show that many motherfuckers were thrown in jail. So the ones that you're talking about on tape, like they just didn't arrest anyone. In fact, I was out there, I watched many motherfuckers get arrested. I damn near got arrested for that shit.
But were they
Yeah.
for years?
Excuse me?
Were they kept in prison for 4 years?
Well, I'm not sure that their crime constituted 4 years, depending on what they did. If it was something like breaking a window, they probably didn't do 4 years. It was something like attacking a cop. If they're a black person, they would have got a lot of time. But the BLM.
But you also
Yeah.
didn't see the media focusing on them. You saw the media focusing on the J6ers, who were predominantly white. You saw the media portray them as hateful. You saw them portray them as destructive. And this is my big issue, is when and that's why I wanted to do this, is when it becomes a white person committing a crime against a different race, it is labeled as hate. It is labeled as racist. It is labeled as this. But when the roles are reversed, you do not see people making the same arguments.
All right, let's see if that's true. Let's see. Cops commit a lot of crimes. They commit more crimes than the average person will any day. Do you agree with that one?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. Most of those cops are white and historically been white. They get away with all of them crimes. Have they been labeled as crimes?
No, because the police are untouchable. They don't do anything wrong.
Yes, all of these politicians that get away with crimes, most of them, and certainly historically, white folk, they get away with their crimes. You're giving me an example here. And we're talking about the whole length of the country and still going now. You're giving me a few incidents by example of it being the opposite of where they're not making a big deal. I'm sorry, I gotta smoke some. Can I smoke on here or should I calm down?
Well, if you do, I will.
All right, my man. I'm sorry, babe. I've been working all day and
Nope,
my mind is not sharp. But I hope you understood. My point is, I forgot your example. I'm not going to bullshit you, but the J6ers, you think you're trying to say that everybody thought they were a crime. I don't know, because everybody I see on these fucking internet streets, none of you guys think what they did was a crime. Right, everybody I certainly see, every conservative, every Fox motherfucker, none of those niggas think it was a crime. And fucking, I know a guy who just got his pardon, a friend of mine, Erie County. He was he didn't do 4 years, and most of them didn't do 4 years, but he did some time and some months, I think, and he got a pardon by Trump, and now they're talking about paying him. Are they talking about paying the BLM motherfuckers that went to jail?
It became a crime when they entered the Capitol. That's when it became a crime for everyone involved.
It wasn't a crime when they were beating up the police outside?
That's the problem. It was such a scattered mess. How are they going to identify those? And most of the
Same
people,
way they did the BLMs. They scoured the videos. The FBI scoured, used face rec, and found them. But I'm telling you, the people outside, they were fighting and pushing and doing the same shit the people did here, except for the fires. And they didn't fucking go to jail. They didn't consider those people criminals.
because it was past the point. The narrative had already been built.
I'm not sure what that got to do with them going to jail or not. If we're gonna portray each as criminals when they do criminal acts, and we're talking about how they are perceived, the J6s are not really perceived as criminals. The only reason they did that shit is probably because some Democrat was in office. But America at large loves them cats. They're heroes. If you say they tried to steal an election, not one motherfucking American would agree with you. Certainly not no motherfucker if he's a white.
So I'm gonna bring up the. Do you know the Carmelo Anthony case?
Yeah, he's a basketball player. I'm kidding. Yeah, the black cat who stabbed the white dude. Yeah.
Okay. So if roles were reversed and Carmelo was the one that was deceased, do you think it would have been the crime would be labeled as a hate crime?
No, I don't know if this one is, but I don't think it would have been the same outcry. I think that this race is being used here. Shoot, I apologize, but I told you I'm on the streets. Got to mute for a second.
So I'm gonna throw another curveball at you, and this is one that's very controversial, and it may piss you off. I apologize if it does.
Good luck.
Let's if George Floyd had killed Derek Chauvin. See, yeah. Do you think it would have changed the narrative, and it wouldn't have been as a hate crime?
If George Floyd killed a cop, he'd be fried and persecuted, and all of America would hate him. Yeah, black guy kills white guy, black guy kills cop. America hates that black guy. Chauvin, however, white guy kills black guy. No one has a fucking issue with it.
Let's say let's say Derek Chauvin was off duty, just a normal white guy. If a black guy kills a white guy, is it racist?
That would be context dependent. Both ways. It's not necessarily just because someone kills a person of a different race. Go, money, be a fucking drug deal. I don't know. The context dependent.
But according to the media, it would be.
I don't know if that's the case in all instances. I do know that the media likes to play that shit up. I'd agree with you. Instances, but your instances would be few in comparison.
Yeah, as long as it fits their narrative, that's when race becomes a factor. But it seems as of late, ever since 2020, race has been more of a focus when it comes to crimes, and they're not even all reported because they're not even required to be reported. So that's where you're saying a lot of white folks are going unpunished, but it's because they're not reported. So unless you're going through every single county of every single jail roster, you're not going to see all of the numbers. You're only going to see what is reported and recorded.
I think you're agreeing with me then that they don't make a big deal out of white people shit. They barely even fucking report white people shit. Are you arguing my side now?
Any of them. It doesn't matter if they're white or if they're black, they're not reporting them, but they only report ones that fit a certain narrative. And when that narrative comes out, if race can be a factor, it is going to be made a factor. Even though it has nothing to do with what happened, they are automatically going to label that white guy as a racist piece of shit because he murdered somebody. But if the roles were reversed, if the black guy is the one who murdered somebody, they are not going to call him a racist because in their eyes, black people, Hispanic people, any of that cannot be racist because they have been, because of all that they have dealt with their entire lives, they can't be racist.
I think I might be catching up here. You are strictly talking about the media. I agree with you. The media plays shit a certain way. But that's why I moved the prompt to in America, whatever the fuck I changed with, because we would have agreed the media will play it that way. I'm not going to argue with you, but overall, I think I got you know, the easier burden here. Overall, every fucking black motherfuckers, everybody on this internet, and everybody in the fucking America. I'm just getting too many texts. I'm trying not to look. Everybody in America, every time a black motherfuckers hits the news about killing someone that's not his race, everybody in America lose their fucking mind. It's a racist thing. Every place I go, I'm gonna have 18 white motherfuckers doing this. Say, Joe, how come they ain't reporting more on that guy who stabbed that white woman on the subway? Shit, every motherfucker thinks it's a racist issue. I don't know. The news has some propaganda business there, but every fucking time a black motherfucker hurts a white motherfucker, that's all everybody can talk about. And when a white motherfucker kills a black man or black people, nothing. Right? It's certainly not a race thing. I can tell you about white motherfuckers who went into black stores and churches and just shot them up just because they're black. I bet you don't even know about that shit.
Well, you mean
Won't
like
be
Dylan,
reported.
like Dylan Roof? He was very much a white supremacist. He was clear as day that he did that, and he was racially motivated by that.
Who was Dylan Proof? Is that the
Dylan Roof is the
guy
young,
on the roof?
the predominant black church, joined a service and then went in and unalived multiple people, all because they were black and he wasn't happy about it.
No, but it's interesting. I don't know about it. And I wonder how many other people know about it. There's another white guy that went into a grocery store. And in fact, he even had the swastikas and shit on his fucking gun and shot all white people up. I'm sorry, all black people. He pointed at a white lady who was cowering behind the counter. She said, "Oh my God." He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then shot a black grandmother. That shit won't be reported as racist.
Which it should be. Because
yes, but we're talking about what is though. What is
that is racially motivated. But when race should not be a factor is unless there is extenuating circumstances. They're using swastikas, they have internet hate, it should not matter what race they are. They committed a crime and they should be tried the same. A black person should be tried the same as a white person, as the same assigned as a Hispanic person, but that is not always the case.
Right. White people get off for a lot more for the same crimes as black people. I know you want to talk about what's reported on the fucking in this one media area, but in reality, the black motherfucker do the crime, same exact crime as the white motherfucker, same circumstances. The white motherfucker is going to get less time. Black motherfucker is going to get more time. The black motherfucker is going to get searched more. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about here. We agree the media plays this shit, but everybody believes that black people are low life, stealing piece of shit. Every joke lands because everybody believes that shit. That shit ain't out of nowhere. It's because the whole mythos of the United States is that blacks are second-class citizens, man.
But that's where it goes both ways. Black people are just as bad towards white people. They think we're privileged. They think we have things that they don't have. They think that because their ancestors were oppressed, we're bad. Why are we being held accountable for the sins of our fathers?
No one's holding you accountable for the sins of your fathers, man. I don't even like that when motherfuckers go back to that. You know, the problem is Martin Luther King said that shit. He said the problem is not the radical KKK, it's the so-called good white people content to look the other way. That's why you being held accountable, because you act like the shit's not even going on. When a black motherfucker stabs some white lady on a crane, you're very acutely aware of that shit. But every day, black motherfuckers are getting pulled over in jails at fucking crazy rates and shot and shit like that, and this shit goes unnoticed.
I think Joe froze.
You froze there at the end. You froze at the end there, Joe. Please repeat the end of your statement.
I said, yes, the end of my statement was that they are correct. You are privileged. You're probably unaware that when stopped, a white person is more likely to have drugs than a black guy. But cops stop black people more. You know, that's because they think for whatever reason. Go ahead, babe.
I agree. And I don't think it's right. I think that when it comes to someone committing a crime, race should not be involved unless it is deemed absolutely necessary.
Right, I agree that that's how it should be, but black people get the shit end of it. We get more crime, more punishment, all of that shit. But you're saying that we are made to look like angels, and white people are made to look like the bad guy. Doesn't look like it, man. You cats don't even do the same time, don't get searched as much, don't get as many tickets. None of that shit look like the white guys get fucking free pass around the joint. I know I'm exaggerating, being a little hyperbolic.
So you're telling me that all of the when shit, what was his name? He was the kid in Kenosha.
I was there. Fucking Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yes. So Kyle Rittenhouse, you're telling me that that was not portrayed as a racial crime?
No, I'm not telling you that was not portrayed as a racial crime. And it was a racial crime. And you telling me it was not?
It wasn't. I saw him because I didn't see black and white out there. I saw people out there. But that's me.
What do you think Kyle saw when he went there to defend whatever he went to defend? Do you think if it's white people in the protesting out there, he feels motivated to get a gun and go over there and stop them? Or was it because black people had something to do with it?
If they're doing something wrong and they are attacking him, I truly believe that he would see beyond that point and be like, these people are acting stupid. They're trying to attack me. I'm going to defend myself.
Yes, I'm talking about his motivation for going there was racial. Therefore, the crime itself and everything that follows is racial, is my point. He went there because black motherfuckers was doing shit. And if those black people did anything bad, I'm going to take care of it. I bet you didn't go to the white protest that went bad. I bet he didn't go to J6 that went crazy. It's because of black folks. It was some racist bullshit. This is racist ass went over there to begin with and start some shit. And by the way, one of the niggas that he shot washed my eyes out 10 minutes before he shot him because I got sprayed by some cops with pepper spray.
But when I say this in the right way, why is it such an issue? Why is it that, and I'm going to say this, black folk get so angry when one of their own is killed by a white person, but if a black person kills them, they're not out there protesting. They're not out there getting angry. They're not out there destroying businesses. They don't care.
Yeah, it's just logical. Most people kill their own race. So just like white people wouldn't got us their body, Chinese or anybody else, when their own race kills, I wouldn't expect black people to get south side of their body. However, when a white person kills the motherfucker, our trauma kicks in of every time they got off for committing a crime. For every time they fucking told me, you know, hey, it's equal out here. Racism died out, bro. You know, that's why they get out of pocket. They say, fuck, another white motherfucker skating again. That's why black motherfuckers act so fucking crazy when that shit happens.
But wouldn't that, in fact, make you racist then against your own? Because you're not.
In what way? I thought it made.
You're not arguing that Joe Blow killed Tommy Tinkerton, but you're arguing that Sammy, the white guy who owns the meat store, killed a black guy. We'll call him Tom. Everyone's angry about that, but we're not angry about another black guy killing another black guy, or we're not arguing that a white guy killed a white guy. We're not. That's not racially motivated. But isn't that?
Yeah, I dig it.
If it's black on white, white on black, it can be considered as racially motivated. But if it's white on white or black on black, it can't be considered racially motivated. Why is that?
Why it would not be if it's okay? Maybe I didn't hear you. Could you repeat that again? Maybe I misheard you. Give me the colors again.
If it's black on white or white on black, it can be considered racially motivated. But if it's black on black and white on white, it can't be considered racially motivated.
Yes, I thought I heard you correctly. Again, why would a black person killing a black person be racially motivated, or a white person killing a white person? It's not even. Why would it be considered racially motivated? It's not even logical. And the races killing each other. they do leave the door open, and it is true that sometimes it's racially motivated. In fact, I'd say many times, because we're so sensitive about this race shit, that when blacks and white get into a, race plays a factor. And that don't make me racist. It's reality.
What if it's an American black person and an Ethiopian person that came over here and has been here their whole entire lives?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's racist. I imagine the Ethiopian don't like us because don't nobody like black Americans. But I don't guess it'd be racist toward us. Black motherfuckers don't feel no way about Ethiopians or any fucking race for that matter.
Using it as an example. But there is hate within your race.
Our races, yeah? Is that not in yours? What are you talking about here?
White people that I hate. So why is it, if I were to commit a crime against a white person, why would it be considered hateful? If I said I hated that person, why isn't it considered a hate crime then?
God, I'm baffled. I don't know what you want to know here. Yeah, I think you're asking me again. Why is it not considered a hate crime if two white people hurt each other? I don't know how to answer that. I'm not sure why it would be a hate crime.
So then why is when a white person kills a black person or a black person kills a white person, why is it racially motivated? Why can it be? Why does it?
Maybe we should fucking say what a hate crime is. Isn't a hate crime must have race in it, or am I wrong?
It has to have
a race, religion, or sexuality.
Religion or sexual. Well, it would fall under race. And if that is the definition of a hate crime, you'd have to consider it. When two white people, they'd have to fit the other religion or nationality. Hold on. Do you understand where I'm going? By the definition of it, if it must include race, we'll leave it at that for now, if it'll suffice, then two white people would not meet that category, that standard, nor would two black people. So it should answer itself why it would not be considered a hate crime under definition. Do they hate each other? Because hate crimes is some made up bullshit, I think, is that where you're going with. Oh, yeah, man.
Oh.
In the streets, no man trying to get on the bus. I ain't got no cash. I don't know what to say. All right. I got squirreled.
Do you have a response to that, Moon?
Work on
You got squirreled too? Some dude asked me for money at the window. Yeah, right.
So, I know that once we open up the panel, there is going to be people who are going to throw out statistics. And if any of them use the FBI statistics, I'm going to tell them that they're looking at the wrong one, because the FBI is not obligated to report hate crimes. In fact, no police department or what have you has to report it. They don't have to. But in a lot of cases, it is warranted. But they're warranting it in crimes that shouldn't even be a factor, because it doesn't matter if
are you telling me the FBI is biased
the FBI
for black people?
No, the FBI doesn't report it as strongly as the Department of Justice. So if you're going to want to look at the statistics of the crimes committed by white people and the crimes committed by black people and the crimes committed against each other, your best bet is to look at the Department of Justice.
I disagree. Your best bet is to define what a fucking crime is. I'm sorry, I get weird. Your best bet is to define what a crime is and look at it for yourself. If, as I proposed, and I maybe should have harped on this a bit, we're going to go back to the race shit. If a crime is all of these things that harm people, that now we have to include lawyers, judges, politicians, and a lot of motherfuckers and a lot of wealthy motherfuckers are on the list now committing crimes. These crimes are white people's crimes not being reported. They're not even labeled as fucking crime. And they're certainly
you,
not
you,
doing
you,
anything.
you didn't state what list exactly, Joe. Could you please go back and state what list you're referring to here?
I have no idea what list. I don't even know what I was just saying. What list? What? I saw a light in the car.
Well,
What?
you were saying that white people commit crimes don't make it on the list and
Okay.
whatnot, and I was wanting you to
Yeah.
clarify
Okay.
what list you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about white people in general. The whole police system, which is a crime in itself. White folks did that. They hired a bunch of white motherfuckers. All these cops out here, the majority of them still are white. Certainly, the majority of them in fucking in the neighborhoods are white folks, and they commit crimes every day. Black cops and other races of cops do too, but whites outnumber us. They're going to be committing the most crime. They are the most cops. The fucking judges, almost all of these niggas white. You got your other races here and there. Damn, every judge you run into is white. Everything they do is a crime. Every fucking thing they do is a crime. It's not reported as a crime. It's not even punishable crimes. White motherfuckers start wars overseas, kill motherfuckers all day long. Trump can fucking kill that war crime shit, right? Trump blowing up those fucking boats. That was a crime. Did the fucking news report on it or whatever the fucking topic is here? No. When they went under war crime, they looked up the definition. You know what they gave as the primary example after explaining what it was? They say if you're at war with a motherfucker and you shoot him and the boat's fucked up and he's in the water alone, it is a war crime to kill him. And that's exactly what the fuck Trump did. No jail, not even a crime anymore. I am saying that all of this shit we must add into the conversation if we're doing a white-black thing is whites doing all the heinous shit in the world that is not reported as a crime. I don't need a statistic to tell me that. There's nothing I said that is not fact or obvious.
And that's what I'm getting at. They're not reported. And that's the problem. If they're going to report crimes, they should report all of them versus just the select ones that they choose. And they select the ones that fit a certain narrative. And that narrative is it going to give us money? Is it going to give us racial credibility? Is it going to cause issues? And racial credibility is a huge thing when it comes to these because that's what people focus on. They focus on the fact that there's a black man in a courtroom. He's not going to get the same rights as a white person. That should not happen. It should be the
fact. But
it
does happen, and someone should focus on it. Otherwise, we don't get justice. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I wanted the attention brought to this because this is a major issue. What is
this? What's the major issue?
That race is a factor when it comes to punishing crimes.
Yes, we absolutely agree so far.
So in the courtroom, regardless of what race the defendant is or the accused is, regardless of their race, that should not be a factor.
We agree.
But it is. And my question is, why is it so important to focus on that? Why is white people getting lesser crime or lesser punishments than a black person when they committed the same crime?
I've been trying to drag everything back and answer it in faith of the prompts. But I think you want to engage into something totally different, and I'm willing to go there. And if we stray too far, someone could set us.
No, I also see where the problem's coming in with that. Like it's ventured more into area of statistical punishment based on race rather than
talking about it.
Why are white and black crimes labeled as hate crimes? So this would kind of be a different situation. I understand what you're saying. I think where she was going and she didn't quite get the plane landed earlier was that Kyle Rittenhouse killed 3 white guys. So why was that labeled as a racial crime? I
didn't. That was dope. I didn't know that it was labeled as a racial crime. That interests me. By
the media, not by the court system, by the media.
By the media.
It was racial. Very good because of what I said, because of why he went there. How is it you don't see that?
Because I see beyond. I see that there was all kinds of people acting like animals out there.
Kyle is the cat that it got reported on. Why did he go there? You don't think it had anything to do with race?
No.
If it was white folks, he still goes?
There was a white man that he attacked first.
If there was a white crowd, white protest, does he still go?
Yeah. Because they're still committing a crime and they're still vandalizing a business that he was set out there to protect.
I'm not sure that they were vandalizing the business. I think they might have been in anticipation. I think that's what him and other motherfuckers do, in anticipation of these motherfuckers doing some violent shit. The night before, they were at the courthouse protesting, and the police, they fucking lost their minds, and I don't know, they shot everybody. They used these fucking machines, these sound devices on us, because I was there the next day. It was fucking crazy. The people went mad and set fucking police cars and fucking garbage trucks on fire and all of that shit as a form of protest. They were mad, and I'm telling you, most of these folks is white. This wasn't no fucking racist shit. Most of these people was white out here doing this shit. And then the next night, we class, this is the one I went to in that same fucking courtyard. There was, as far as I'm aware, no one was robbing businesses or anything. No, that wasn't even going on. There was the clash the night before, and then the next night we clashed again. And that's when Kyle shot dude and those dudes. And I don't know, but that's how that was the events as far as to my recollection.
So let me ask you this, because I
got a video up of that shit right there, right before Kyle got shot, by the way.
I apologize for that.
No,
so if you committed a crime, let's say you committed the unaliving of someone, you're telling me people arguing the fact that because you are black, you are being tried for it.
When that person unalived, did you say their race?
Let's say you unalived a white person. You're being tried for it. You're telling me that there wouldn't be people out there protesting the fact that there must have been extenuating circumstances and that you're only being tried because you're black.
Yes, and it would be just as many white motherfuckers out there, trying to condemn me, saying that he is guilty and it should be a hate crime because he killed a white person. The news will be all over. Some black crazy fuck killed this pure white woman. And that's the way the shit would be portrayed in the news. So the same way black motherfuckers out there saying the black guys are extenuating circumstances, the white motherfuckers would be out there saying the same shit. There are no the white girl is pure, and I don't know, I lost it at the end there.
Have yet to see out there and hold a sign that has do with white supremacy or white support. I have not seen a single one.
You haven't seen a sign saying that about the white folks doing white supremacy shit? I'm not saying that they would hold up some sign, but the white people would immediately call it a racist crime, yeah? The same way you're accusing the blacks of. Yes?
Good, but you don't see it. You don't see it like you seeing
every black motherfucker. Sorry, I'm interrupting. I know every white motherfucker, every black motherfucker that's killed a white motherfucker, every white motherfucker has called it a racist crime to the man.
Because there's already the black predominant people out there arguing that it is not a racist, that you are only being accused because you're black.
So I don't understand the problem first. If the white people and black doing it, we're both guilty of it.
One feeds into the other. One starts it, then the others come out. So the black community has started going out there protesting it, saying that you are only being tried because you're black. Well, of course, the white people are going to come out and rebuttal that.
But how about the white people have really actually been trying motherfuckers because of their race? Stats show it that black people get tried more, released more because they're found innocent. They get accused of more crimes that they didn't do. Those black people have an argument because it's really happening in real life white motherfuckers in the system are persecuting them more. And the topic here is that why are black people going out saying such a thing when it isn't true? I think that's what we're discussing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. It makes motherfuckers like me have to go out and yell. It makes you question why I'm out here.
So why is it so important?
Because you're not the one being persecuted, prosecuted, and oppressed. It's important to that nigga, to the guy on that side, yeah. It's important to the guy who gets pulled over more and punished more. It's super important. And it makes you mad. It gets you angry when my fucking phone's ringing.
Yeah.
Hold on. The fuck?
It doesn't make any sense it doesn't make any sense as to why race has to be a factor when it comes to crimes unless it is deemed necessary.
Race is a factor. The whole shit was built on fucking race. All of these fucking shit are leftover residual racist bullshit. Soon you recognize it, soon we can get rid of it. The reason I went to fucking jail and did all the time I did for selling weed, some racist shit. It was called Nixon. He wanted to get rid of hippies and black folks and black radical fucks. You know what they had in common? They all smoked weed, Erlacher or some shit. The tape came out years later. He say, yeah, how do we get rid of them motherfuckers? We make weed a Schedule 1 or something up there with fucking all these crazy shit. The whole system was built on something racist. Every motherfucker that went to smoke weed has an argument. Every black motherfucker for certain. You don't think we should just shut up and say race shouldn't have nothing to do with it? It does. When the reason I get pulled over here more, because race has something to do with it. Someone should yell and scream that at the top of their fucking lungs. It should be you that's screaming that shit. Everybody should fucking scream at fucking injustice, man. Why are you telling me to be quiet, which is what I'm hearing?
No, I'm not. I think you have the right to bring attention to that because it is something that needs to be brought attention to. It's something that is wrong. What I'm saying is, regardless of your race, if you commit a crime, it should be the same punishment.
We agree again.
Unfortunately, this will never happen. We live in a world that is racially motivated.
Yes. So are we gonna do something about it or what, man? We got black fucks are screaming at the rooftops. White motherfuckers are saying, "Oh, I'm black fatigue." We can't do nothing if every time motherfuckers say something about it. I'm tired of y'all talking about it. Why y'all got about talk about race all the goddamn time? It didn't help me. Do something. You know why I talk about it all the goddamn time? Because you so privileged you don't even see it. Must be nice. Stop talking about the shit, Joe. Shit's fucking fine.
So
no.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball, Joe. So I am.
You haven't yet.
I am a Native American German Jew.
I can't see you over the live sign, but I'm sure my response would be you're a white person to me.
Yeah, see,
and society sees you as white, or do they not see you as white?
I'm Native.
I didn't ask you that. Can you pass for white? I really can't see your face because I got a live red thing over you. God damn it, it's a small phone. You look white, but I could be wrong. There's a tiny foot picture about that big. That's a white dude. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, first of all, you're gorgeous. And yes, you look like a white girl.
Okay. But if you were to ask me, I am Native, I am German, and I am Jewish.
I dig it. I'm Cherokee and fucking Blackfoot and black. But you know what society calls me? Black. They probably call you white too.
Yeah, unfortunately, they call me white, and I take offense to that because I am not white. The only white person is a freaking albino.
Very good. So you should hop on board with me about this race motherfucking shit. Don't follow me because I'm angry. But get active, right? And help radical
argument, and I immediately thought of you before I even introduced it. It brought the idea to Spin's attention. I'm like, I'm so cool on this because he can give the same argument that I am giving, but people may look at it differently because if I were to make this argument on my own, oh, a white woman's trying to make herself feel entitled. No, that is not the case at all. I want race to not be a factor when it comes to crimes.
And you acknowledge that it is? Do you do acknowledge that it is? Yeah, that black people get taken, and you want it to not be called, not be reported on as a factor. When has any of your other problems disappeared by not talking about them, not reporting on them, and not calling them problems? What kind of solution is that?
You can still report on it, but don't make it what it is about.
You must. How do we get racism if we don't say that this motherfucker, because it's some racist shit, they're locking black people up more? We just leave that part out? You can't.
No, that's why I said unless it is deemed necessary.
It's necessary. I deemed that shit fucking 246 years ago. My ancestors have. How you been aware since the inception of this country? Black motherfuckers been getting the shit in. It's been necessary. It's been necessary every fucking day, every fucking day of your life, everybody's life on this fucking planet. It's been deemed necessary, man. It's very fucking necessary that we correct this system and call it out for what it is. It's necessary. Yeah.
It is a very racially based system, and it shouldn't be.
We agree.
Unless it is deemed necessary, it should not be a factor. It can be talked about.
I'm not sure what that means. You always seem to lose me at some point in what you're saying.
Well, I think where the disconnect is coming here, Joe, is when she says that it shouldn't be a racially based system. What she's saying is we shouldn't be looking as race as a primary motivation in violent crimes that are interracial.
If that's your argument, she's right.
And what you're saying is that it's a racially based system, that the court system is obviously looking at your race when they're judging. Okay. So you're kind of using two different things.
Yes. You're saying that primarily they are looking for race in these crimes. That would suck. That's your argument. Yeah. And yes, and yes, they are doing that shit. They absolutely are doing that shit. You know why they are doing it though? It's because it's profitable, right? Why else do it? And the overall picture helps divide and conquer. It's very successful at that shit.
It gives them motivation. It gives them, it gets us fighting against each other, and it shouldn't be that way. Unfortunately, it is, because the sins of our fathers, the sins of our ancestors, unfortunately, it is, but it shouldn't be unless it is deemed necessary.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. The system perhaps itself should not look into it, the race shit and the crimes first. I'll give you that. But you'd have to reevaluate the system. That system can't stand. That system is built on racist shit. So the system itself, it's not even qualified to do whatever the fuck I was just saying. That system itself needs to be looked at and changed and restructured. I don't really care about their decision on whether they investigate a crime first or being a racist. You know why? Because they're a racist fucking structure. Their damn selves, and their opinion matters a little less now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and this was probably the most polite debate around this topic possibly imagine. So with that, we're going to go into our closing statements, and we're going to open up the panel. Before that ever happens, and we're going to drop the link so people can start coming backstage. As we're doing so, I want to remind people that the questions that are going to be posed during the opening or during the initial Q&A, we expect you to be polite. They can be contentious, but there's going to be no back and forth arguments. We expect them to be serious questions. And then even after that, being the delicate nature of this topic, we expect nobody to get fucking crazy with it. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat so people can start filing in. And would you two please go ahead with your closing statements? Moon, you did first, so this gives you had first word, so Joe gets last word. So please go ahead, Moon.
I think that means I'm first, but
I think usually the way they do it is whoever gets the first word, then the other person gets the last word. You know what I mean? So that way you get. But I mean, if you want to reverse it,
I don't. No. I'm just a little confused. Either way, it doesn't matter. I just need. If I was going first, I was just going to say I just want a second. I got to change and plug the battery charger up and make sure that we're good. So I was going to say it doesn't matter. You tell me who's going first. Let me plug in. I got to mute for a second. Actually, I don't know if she's going first.
We'll let Moon go first since you're dealing with your tech stuff real quick. We'll let Moon go first, and then Joe, you can finish this out.
So my closing statement is going to be, unless it is deemed necessary, race should not be a factor when it comes to a crime. If race is a factor, then it needs to be deemed beforehand, and just because it is a factor, it should not change the punishment. That's my closing statement.
I think it's so this is where Joe was having a problem. When you're saying that, you need to say in crimes where interraciality was part of the crime. Like the way you're stating it, it sounds like basically you're saying that crimes, that laws should be passed evenly across race, which Joe agrees to 100%. But what you're actually saying is that crimes that are interracial that aren't because of racism, because the fact is and sometimes in this country, people of different races are going to have problems with each other and it not be a racist matter. So you need to kind of clarify that.
Okay, so yeah. So if it is a black on white, white on black, it should not automatically be labeled as a hate crime unless it is deemed a factor.
We're in agreement. It should not be labeled as a hate crime unless it's a factor. And I think we're also in agreement that in reality, race always gets blown up about it. I'm not sure if it's more or less. I know I argued that it's white more, and maybe I believe that, maybe I don't. But both sides get fervent over any interracial killing. But you don't have to be a killing. It was like that over fucking dating, marriage. Years ago, even now, there's a whole host of motherfuckers that like, Joe, a good guy, but I wouldn't want you to marry my daughter. A motherfucker feel comfortable telling me that shit. And there's a bunch of black motherfuckers that feel the same way. Joe, you fuck with them snow bunnies too much. That race shit is prevalent every fucking where, man. And I'll admit, a matter of fact, I won't even make a comment onto which is presented more. It's so fucking prevalent, it's a problem. I'll leave it there.
Well, thank you guys, and looks like we're already filling up completely backstage. And Joe, I like you, but I wouldn't let your troublemaking skanky old ass. So let's bring everybody else on up.
Spin City on the screen, he walks in like a spark. Tie little crooked and he lights up the dark. Mic in his hand and the room starts to shake. Every seat got a fighter, every point got a stake. He points, he grins, then the volume goes high. One more hot take and somebody might fly. Hands up, here we go again. Talk real loud, let the chaos begin. Side to side and the truth gets loud. Spin City calls it out. Right there in the crowd, the panelists on America. Rise in media, the panelists on America. Hey, rise in media.
And we're back. So let's go ahead and kick off with the opening questions. Santa, I like to go clockwise. I'm a good joint passer. You go ahead and kick it off, sir.
All right.
Puff pass.
I am probably going to have to go out and come back in.
Yeah, that will happen. That will happen.
I'm still
So-
having technical difficulties myself. I got a backup phone, but I'm still working on solving this. I'm listening.
Was your question
so
for
I'll be
Joe
back.
or Moon?
Kind of both, because I found them merging after a while, and it's like able to say that media is the one that's throwing gas on the flames. So why do different cultures and subcultures buy into it?
I can hear everyone now.
He said that you're both recognizing that media is the one throwing the gas on the racism flame. So why is anybody buying into it?
Or why are we still buying into it? Because when there is something that easily is portrayed as this, you know, regardless of colors, this kid was the saint. Gosh, he helped his grandma with the lawn every weekend. You know, it's these kind of characterizations that are tearing the culture apart, and I think needlessly so.
We lost Moon again. Joe, would you like to interact with the question? There's Moon back.
Yep. Every time someone leaves or comes back in, it messes it up. So
Yeah, you need to download the StreamYard app, and that fixes that.
okay.
Apparently, StreamYard has an app for the cell phone, and the app does not have this particular glitch. That's actually a real common thing that we see on the panels.
Okay.
So Santa's question is why are we interacting with the media-driven racist flames that they keep trying to stoke?
Because we're media driven people. That's how we get our news. No one reads the internet anymore. No one goes out of the way to read the newspaper. No one goes out of their way to read news articles. Everyone is going based off of what the news tells us, what is on video, what have you. No one goes out of their way to actually go and see it for themselves unless they have to.
And Joe, would you have a statement on that? Joe has went into full camouflage mode.
Yeah, he must have had to go out and he's got to come back in. Probably didn't hear anything.
Yeah. Well, we will come back, put a pin in that, and come back and ask Joe his feelings on that. Kraut, did you have anything else you wanted to ask Santa?
It looks like it's frozen on my end. Oh, there he's moving.
Santa is able to be very still. Do you have anything else to ask?
Okay,
Santa?
I see you moving.
Well, a second part of it is, I recall growing up when Jesse Jackson was referring to New York City as a certain kind of town. Can you hear me, Clay?
Yeah, somebody's got some background noise.
Oh, okay. And so this has been going on a while. No panel's going to do it. But going back to the prompt, I think the reason that these crimes are labeled the way they are is their presentation in media, whether or not they're being distributed this way by local law enforcement. And second, local law enforcement's not above doing their stats their way for their reasons.
Very good, Santa. And again, we will come back
But
to Joe. Joe, okay.
Why are we so hungry for them? Why is the media so hungry to focus on that?
Because it sells papers. It sells clicks. It's gossip. The brain is attracted to negative news, and people want to see whoever they disagree with or hate or whatever it is. They want to see them get piled on and get into trouble. It's just like the third grade.
Yep, and I agree. And it shouldn't be that way. Unless like I had said, unless it is deemed necessary, the media shouldn't even be able to focus on it, or shouldn't even want to focus on the fact that it was a white guy killing a black guy or a black guy killing a white guy. That shouldn't be the focus of their arguments. It should be the fact that a person killed another person.
But they're not concerned with the people, Moon. They're just really not. And they're not concerned with a lot of the income disparity is the main driver of this. It's not genetics. It's not suntans. Economics are the main driver of this, and there's a way to fix it. And if we simply gave the school dollars based on an even keel across each state and not
as opposed to property taxes.
Exactly.
Yes, that would be a great fucking beginning to cure this shit. Yeah,
it would do a lot. But they know the solution. They don't. Whoever it is that's controlling the interest doesn't want it to change. That's why it doesn't.
It does have the added benefit that we're like.
Okay, I will be back. I'm going to download this app, Balderson, and figure it out because now I can't hear Joe. So I will be back momentarily.
Shit! Tell her,
give me like
tell her to hold on, and tell her to hold on. Someone say hold on.
She can't even hear you.
One of y'all tell her to wait. One of you can't hear y'all either.
Nobody can hear. She can't hear anybody.
She can't hear us, Joe, because she's got the StreamYard glitch going on.
Right. I was gonna say, and y'all might want to hear this too. If you take the StreamYard and you copy paste it and you enter through Google, that buys you a hell of a lot more time than just simply pasting the thing. Yep. All right.
Now, Joe, what do you say about what I was saying about the income disparity being one of the major roots for this? It influences.
It's more than racism by far. It's far more than racism, income disparity, and it has the added benefit of keeping us at each other's throats, which is where I was going. And it's also, it has a thing that fucks me up in what I'm trying to accomplish, because people can use, it is so much about finance that people can say it's all about finance. It has nothing to do with race. And it fucks me up in that sense, because people say, we'll just totally discount race, and I can't get help from them at that point.
Yeah, I agree. I liked your presentation, and I think if people were more willing to hear each other, we might be able to move forward. But
I'm fortunate, man. I'm finding some friends in some places where I'm able to have these conversations without people getting emotional. And I don't mean to disparage them in any way by saying that. It just, if my efforts are to get there quickly and succinctly or directly, every time, all of that, us yelling at each other and or deflecting because it's uncomfortable to talk about shit, that shit gets on my nerve endlessly, man. I like to be direct. And I found people who can do that shit without getting in their feels, and they've helped me so much. Like, I need to stop calling everything racism. Say what it is, right? Don't say fucking, you might be thinking privilege, Joe, you're thinking this, but fucking it all falls under some white motherfucker told me that.
Well, power on. Moon, did you hear the question or commentary?
I didn't. I ended up downloading the app that Balderson told me. So.
Well, it's not all that important. I don't think it'll shatter the earth if it doesn't get covered. I'll come back.
All right. You're just gonna get. It's all right. You're just getting cold for Christmas. No problem.
Yeah.
With that, we'll go ahead to Clay.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming up and having this discussion, this debate here. Race relations is very important in this particular topic of why it is that more often when it comes to black on white crime, it does not get labeled as hate crimes versus the rate of white on black crimes that get labeled as hate crimes. And that, I believe, is the correct way to say that. Correct, Moon?
Yes.
Okay, very
good. You said it better than she did. Shit.
Well, you know, I try to pay attention to what the conversation, the debate's really going on here. And I actually know that actually is a thing. So first for Moon, how do you feel about the possibility that more often, even though I can certainly pull in the population per capita into this, or you could say, well, there's more white people. That happens to be why it happens, but particularly white heritage does lead to a propensity to act out racially motivated. Do you agree with that? Do you say no? It is like on a larger scale per capita. Do the hate crimes or do the hate-driven motivation of race happen from white people more than from black people?
Most
Okay.
definitely it does, because unfortunately, you know, you bring in the fact that like it started with the Triple K group. You know, that was very much racially motivated. White people have this I want to the learning through the years that they have learned to be biased towards certain people because they are of a different race, and they are told that, oh, black man bad, black man commit more crimes, black man, you know, they're you know, so it very much is a factor when it comes to white people committing these crimes. And that's where I said when it is deemed necessary. And in that case, it is deemed necessary. And that's when race is a factor.
Okay, very good. And so then that kind of leads into my next question, which I will try to focus more on Joe, but I do want your opinion on this, because you state that when it is necessary, where I look at it from the standard of when it comes to civil rights, our civil rights can be violated. So when it comes to the 14th Amendment, right? And that's where it talks about color, creed, religion, that sort of thing. When it comes to that, that is the rights of the people. And the government is capable of employing the assistance of other individuals when other individuals agree with violating people's rights in the sense of civil rights. So they can do that. But when it comes to people, citizens, regular normies, not government actors, those crimes, like if a white man kills a black man, or a black man kills a white man, or a white, black, doesn't matter. The crime is the crime. And I'm wondering why it's necessary at all when a crime is a crime. And when you are talking about intent, the intent was not, it is important to note why the thing happened, but the primary reason it happened was because somebody wanted to do something that was a crime. And that would be the intent there. So for you, Moon, why would it ever be necessary? And then I'd like to hear, of course, Joe, try to defend why it would ever be necessary to implicate someone if they admit that, then maybe in sentencing it may become a factor. But during the trial, it's either he did it with the intent of doing it or not.
So with the case of Dylan Roof was very much I'm going to say a wannabe white supremacist. He did those swastikas, he did the racial things online. So that is in fact a racially motivated crime. He went there with the intent of hatred. So that would be when it would be deemed necessary.
Okay. And or Joe's handling something right now. I'll follow up with another little quick one there. Yes, it was deemed as racially motivated, but when you label it as a hate crime, what that means is that it's a higher tier, and then a different thing, different sentencing guideline altogether, rather than just that crime itself. So now we're talking about expounding an intent based on essentially what I'm looking at is a civil rights issue, which only can come from the government if we're talking about violations.
I love where you're going, Clay.
He had also made the statement that if it was, he wouldn't go into a white-based church and do the same thing. So his intent was racially motivated from the start.
Yeah. So I think maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying. So the government can violate somebody's civil rights.
Clay stating that during the trial portion of whether he's guilty of innocent of having killed people, that the race-based motivation isn't something that should factor into it at all. That's only something that comes into it during the sentencing guidelines, is the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah, that I can agree with.
Yes, a judge can take into account the harshness of the intent. In my opinion, why would we ever give a judge more power to punish because of what we deem hate, when in all reality the crime is the crime? And when we're actually, excuse me, let me correct that. Why would we give the DA more power, allowing him to up the charge?
Right.
Okay.
I love everything you said. I wouldn't change a word of that shit. And I would say that I would agree with it. I would have said it the way that you said it. And I think if we agree, that's the same cop that just went past. I think if we agree, it's unnecessary. It's illogical to label any of them hate
We're about
crimes.
to see some hate crime in progress.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I mean, I feel like I've got Joe Cool on my side on that one, and Moon seems to be at least in agreement. So I'll let it go from there and see what these other guys got. Thank you all.
Well said, Clay. See, I don't always jump you, damn it. Remember, I shout you out when you're good. Bro.
Did you get my Instagram thing that I sent to you?
If I did, I didn't check it. I got it on the third other phone. I probably might not.
Send it to you in Discord. It's funny as hell.
Your interracial love letters are for another panel, gentlemen. With that, Trout, what you got to say, sir?
Hey, what's up, Butter Skull? Spin, Clay, Avatars, Santa. Still waiting for my bike. Joe, I'm just going to ask you a question real quick. Do you think some white people have it harder in today's society because people feel it's okay to criticize white people, more specifically white Christians?
Well, if you didn't add that out part on there, first of all, I think white people do got it shitty because of what you said. You threw the Christian part on me at the end. It threw me because, yeah, they got criticisms from white Christian motherfuckers in specifically, but they probably deserve a little more weight. White Christians do. You expect
so let
more.
me ask you.
I know I do. Yeah.
All right. I like you, Joe. You seem based, even if you're wrong. I mean, nobody's right on that. But I feel like we all, including yourself, based on beliefs on actual facts, not feelings. That's why I think I called you a liberal in the chat. I'm gonna take that shit back. You're not a liberal. Not in the
Right.
But anyways, let me ask you one more question. All right. So you know what Don Lemon did, right? He invaded that church with a whole bunch of other people because the pastor was a member of ICE and people are defending him, right?
Yeah, I remember.
All right. Now, if somebody else, an independent journalist, you know what? Let's just say Spin. I'm gonna put you in the scenario, Spin. Let's say Spin got some of his buddies to invade a I don't want to call it a church because a Muslim, whatever. I don't know if Muslims go to church, but
Mosque,
wherever they congregate, huh?
mosque.
Yeah. Let's say Spin got a couple of his buddies to invade that, what Boulder just said. Do
Well
you
said,
think
Amaz.
people, yeah, do you think, yeah, it was kind of a little my fault. Do you think people will defend Spin's actions for that? Or do you think they will condemn Spin because it wasn't a traditional Christian church?
Generally speaking, they will condemn spin. Yes, and generally speaking, these guys got away with it smooth. And you know, it was weird the way it was portrayed. Legally, though, that was very interesting, especially if we just talk about Don Lemon himself. The shit they charged him with, I can't remember what it was called, but some weird fucking charge that's rarely used, and it did not apply to what he did. It would help if we could remember the charge. So by charging him with that, you, in my opinion, you guaranteed him a way to get off. You would have had to
Right.
come up with something else, and I don't know what that charge would have been. Either
Damn,
way,
that
personally, that's fucked up. And I think, you know, if all them motherfuckers coming to a church like that, you could throw them motherfuckers out. You should be able to throw them out if you want the police should assist you in doing the shit.
all right, yeah.
I'd be
I think
upset.
we agree on both. Boulder, can I ask him one more quick question? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Um, uh, no judgment if you do, and try to be honest. Do you get most of your information off of the media, or do you do your own research if you hear something about it?
If I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to say off the media so bad, but that I probably wouldn't be true. I do use the media, but that wouldn't change because I know how evil, untrustworthy, and slimy and shit they are. So all that is a starting ground for me to do my own research. But most of
Oh,
my
okay.
shit, yeah, most of my shit, whenever I'm curious about something, it's an open world now. Like the shit about the war, the Russian Ukraine war in the beginning. You know where I went because no one was giving you the real deal. I knew, you know, the history and all of that shit, but I couldn't find it anywhere else. You know what someone directed me to? Some motherfuckers in England, I think, who directed me to some motherfuckers who were on the ground who lived there. And that's how, you know, I was lucky to get my source there. And I try that all the time, even during this war here, the war that they got going on now, Israel, and the shit that was going on in Palestine that was blacked out for a long time. Shit did get out, and I suggest you go there because you get to see great reactions. I'll tell you one if I can remember it. I probably can't remember it well, but so I think it was CNN reporters had their guide who apparently spoke at whatever they speak over there in Palestine. And they didn't need it because everybody spoke English anyway. But these people were protesting against their government. They were snapping in the streets, mad as fuck. CNN thought this was an end. We're gonna go in there and get them to say we hate our regime, and they went in there and the motherfuckers got mad at them. A couple people did step up and say, "Listen," she was like, "But I thought you hate these guys." We like they dudes say, "Yeah, they the scum of the earth. They the worst of the worst." But you know what's worse? Fucking America. America is even fucking worse. American media is fucking worse. So
All right.
I don't hear that unless I get there. It was great.
Hey, look, I'm going to yield my time and, you know, basically wait for DJ mode. But I suggest you actually look up this guy. He's a YouTuber. He's called Officer Tatum. You know, I don't want to call him a young black man. I think he's like the same age as me. So, like, he's
We
pretty
all we all
basic.
know we all know who Officer Tatum is, Kraut.
Don't get me
Oh, wait,
started. I
you don't
will
like
get
him?
started. Well, wait. I think he
What
also
up,
say if I'm correct, he's the Uncle Tom as cop.
I knew
I'm
that
sure
was
that's
coming. I knew that
yeah.
was.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
I think he's pretty based. I don't listen to Candace Owens because I think she's biased now ever since that shit with her and Ben. But I yield my time. Go ahead, Toasty. What's up, man?
And just to clarify, Lemon and 8 others each face 2 federal charges: conspiring to violate someone's constitutional rights and violating the FACE Act,
That's what it was.
which prohibits use of force or threats interfering with someone expressing their First Amendment religious rights.
Wait. That's something different. There was one that had to do entering a public building though was part of the wording, and that's where they
Right.
failed. Something to that effect.
So, anyways, thank you, Kraut Mick. And with that, hard talking Toasty. Toasty.
Toasty.
Hey, toasty.
All right, hey.
And with that,
Oh,
for
what's
the
up? You a fan of mine, Joe?
back to Toasty.
Can you guys hear me good? You guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so I want to ask Joe Cool what did he think about when Morgan Freeman said that if you really want to know who the racist in the room is, look at the people who keep talking about it.
I would assume that Morgan Freeman been around white people too long at that point. He was way too fucking privileged. I'd have told Morgan Freeman the same shit I said to that girl there. What other problem would your fucking suggestion be? Don't talk about it and it'll go away. What other problem you got where you would give that fucking advice? I think Morgan Freeman's a fucking clown for that shit, person.
So you don't believe that you would believe that if we just stop looking at everything like this is racist, that's racist, and just say that's a crime, that's not a crime, and so on and so forth, that America wouldn't be a better place?
I think we should do that. It's a crime. That's a crime shit, and it will be a better place. But I don't think that that's somehow going to stop, racism or something if we do that, right? And I don't think that racism is going anywhere because it's been around this fucking long. And you're telling me the solution this entire time is just don't talk about it and go away? That is the desperatest fucking shit I ever fucking heard. What the fuck is that even?
Well, I mean,
we tried everything else.
It comes out of the 90s, right? They taught us don't see skin color. You just see a person as a person and what a person does. Judge a person by their actions,
All those things are correct, but to say if the person who calls something out as racist, he must be racist. That's the ultimate gaslight. It's telling no one that you can ever call it out if someone is being fucking racist. If a police pulling me over for more tickets because he's a racist, I can't say. If someone did something because of racist modifications or the police say fuck you hard R, I can't use it because of fucking Morgan Freeman's advice. I shouldn't even call it that. I shouldn't, talk about that part of it. It's not logical in the real world.
Okay. Let's maybe let's try this little alleyway, a slight little detour, if you will. Do you think it's more racist to teach you to be offended by those things than for somebody to actually call you, say, the N-word or something like that?
The teaching shit is worse. The calling the word, you have to involve intent, and most time it's not what it seems. The teaching thing is worse.
So you would agree with me that the propaganda needs to fucking go. The telling people that just because so and so called you an N-word, you have to get upset about it and be violent and whatnot. It's
like stepping on a motherfucker's shoe. We got to cut that shit out. If a motherfucker step on your new white J's, you just not mean you can smack them and all of that bullshit. It's the same way. But I would do this. Also, I would be less concerned.
Champagne room.
No sex in the champagne. I would be less concerned with telling the guy that you should not smack him. With teaching the guy, the bigger, the 60-40 on that is that guy that's calling him that shit. He needs to control himself first. That'd be the bigger issue. Yes, I'd counsel dude. Listen, I don't let him get you off your square by saying a word. I've had to tell myself that, and I've told other people that. But the guy who's really at fault here must be talked about bigger. He's the one who kicked it off by saying that bullshit and trying to get a motherfucker around. He's the bad guy.
Okay. So then it kind of sounds like you would actually agree with Morgan Freeman because that's exactly what he was saying.
Why did he add don't talk about it? That's the only part I have an
you're saying
issue
don't talk
with.
about it. Don't teach the young black kids to be
I don't
offended
have a
by this
problem
and
with
that.
all of that shit. I don't have a problem with all that shit. I have a problem with don't talk about it. If you talk about it, you're a racist. That's the only part I'm calling out here. I think that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have no further questions, and I'll yield my time.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Toasty.
Joe.
Yep.
Thank you, Toasty. And for the win.
This has got to be interesting.
He's just gonna win with strong, silent stoicism. That's why we call him for the win.
The fat lady's wandering over to the microphone to let us all know. For the win.
Saw him in the chat a second ago.
I was muted.
right.
I was muted. That was a rookie move.
Rookie move.
And I never keep the StreamYard thing muted. I just do it on my microphone. I was like, what the fuck? I'm glad you guys didn't hear what I called Balderson just now because off the chain with that one there. So I was saved by the mute. So
I thought my ears were burning.
So Joe, it seems like this whole thing's about racism and crime and such like that. And would you agree that there's more variables into like at the end of the day what ends up happening to the person who commits the crime than just race?
What happens to the person who commits the crime than just with yes, I would say the race shit is always going to be a minute. It's certainly smaller, even to minute if existence. We're in agreement so far, yes.
Okay. So at what point does race become the factor?
It's always a factor. You consider all parts of the picture. You don't leave it out. That's the issue I got. White motherfuckers will consider every facet of the fucking problem. We can go at it from a poverty viewpoint, educational view, every fucking part. But if you say race, it is a factor, admittedly a smaller factor. Oh, you got to prove to me that exists, Joe. What laws it can't, it can't be a part of the study part. That's the, you got to keep it all. It's a multifaceted problem. It's going to require multifaceted approaches. Okay. Race must be one of them. I wish niggas would agree with that.
So if someone's charged with, I don't know, let's say violent robbery.
Yeah.
How many different ways can that go down?
A million. I don't see why race goes into any of it so far.
Well, I don't think exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like when these things happen on a case by case basis. And then you look at the individual as well too. And when you're looking at that individual, I don't think race comes into play when, are they a first time offender or are they?
I don't care if he calling a dude the R-E-R while he's stabbing him. You just charge him with murder. Do not bring the fucking race into it. Like Clay said, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, if you just do it like that and then the judge sees fit at sentencing or something, considering he's an honorable man and shit, yes, he should weigh that in. But I don't see how race even comes into it at this point so far.
Well, that's why I'm trying to ask, aren't you defending that racism is prevalent in all of these situations and such, and that it comes to something with all of this, where it sounds like you're kind of agreeing with Moon right now, ultimately, with her stance. Okay, explain to me how. We were talking about what was reported on more, which was probably wrong, but explain to me where you think I agree with Moan and disagree with Moan shit. Well, like a judge, when he's making a decision to sentence, that's the final decision as to the outcome of the case, right? But going in, that person has to be arrested. So when you're talking about racism, is it from the police officer side or is it? We were talking about what's being reported on more. Are you talking about doing that part or some other time? I was just trying to make an argument of what's reported on more. And I was just trying to make an argument to that part. Yeah. So you're coming from the side of the media of reporting on a case and that things are racist. That. Who reports on more? Or white people reported on more as being racist or black? I think that was pretty much the prompt. I'd be all over that, bro. I'd be all over that. And I could see that. I could see the media definitely having a more favoritism of being able to show, black people being arrested or whatever because they want to show America as a racist country. There is a plan behind the scenes to be able to implement and stoke these types of things. I would agree with that.
Yes.
But when it comes to the actual crimes that are committed, a black person and a white person can commit the same exact crimes. It doesn't have a color to being able if you can or cannot do these things ultimately.
We agree. The sentencing should not have or the amount that you go after this person should not. These things occur too, and they should not be occurring.
Okay. Well, I think we're in agreement here ultimately because that judge has to make a decision, and that person's job is to take in every factor of the case and everything. Was this person?
Wait. We might still have a little disagreement here. I was saying in my little utopian world, where I added that the judge must be an honorable man, meaning it got that far and he was not charged with anything. But as it exists now, no, I don't think the judge is qualified to throw any race shit. He'd be just as worthless as the DA you giving power to and all of that shit as it exists now.
Sure. And like I said before, it's a case by case basis. Like, every case is not the same exact thing that happened one to the next.
Very good. Very good. Yes, you must leave room for the judge because it's case by case.
Yeah, there's plenty of other variables, and when it comes to it, we shall be mindful that race shouldn't have a factor in that. It just doesn't.
Race should have a tiny factor. That's the only issue I take with you cats. Don't forget, it does play a tiny. I'll grant you that, but don't say it shouldn't have any factor. What is that?
So what is that tiny factor then, Joe? What is that tiny factor? Because in a sense, by you saying that, you're kind of being racist right now. Then
the nigga who says it must be racist, please explain to me how. I'm saying you must, in considering your fucking issues, if I'm gonna solve them, I must consider race into it, because let's say it was the guy, he killed a motherfucker just because there's some racial shit. I need to know that shit. That's vital information. Yeah, that it's the motivation the same way I would take the rage of a guy catching his woman cheating. All of that would play a factor. Race would also play a factor. You just can't get rid of it.
But that's what I'm saying, Joe, is that this is done on a case by case basis. I mean, you can straw man me and bring up anything that you want in the world to create a point.
I wouldn't intentionally straw man.
Even with, I understand, but that's what I'm saying right now. Is that if you're going to say, someone cheated on somebody, and this is what happened.
I ain't got no cash, pal. I got no cash.
Go ahead and put a pin in that until
you should go around to the window on the other side, man.
I'll go ahead and give Joe a mute so he can.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Talk to the homeless by himself. Hey, yeah,
we're not racist.
I didn't put a label, a race onto the homeless. I just said homeless. Spin, do you have anything to say before I give my final thought and we open up the shit show? Ant, do you want to throw in any questions to either Moon or Joe?
No, I just got here.
All right, thank you, Ant, and glad you're here, brother. We always love you. Joe, I would like you to when we get to the open panel, address the propaganda about the Triple K Society. And I don't understand how they twisted that into racism when it was obviously about thread counts. If you take the KK and K and you use gematria, it turns into 777, which is how many threads your sheet should have. And I don't even know how this happened.
Yes, I'll definitely speak on that when we come back. Yes.
And with that, have at it, guys.
All right. I have no idea what fucking Baldus is talking about.
I want to clarify with everyone real quick, just to get semantics down. Does everybody agree race is a social construct and it's more about culture? Would everybody on this panel agree with that?
Yes, race is not a thing in real life. I would agree with that.
Race is nothing more than regional adaptations mapped to 99.9% of our DNA. Right. It's not that significant.
How many races are there?
Human race.
I don't know about that, but I know how many No, hold up. Actually, I don't want to get my
There was
answer. 'Cause
some
I haven't read
British
about
dude
that
who
in a while.
came up with the reason when he was looking for ways to separate the British from Mongoloids and other people. It was not really used as a construct more for that. As we often cited on the channel, Slavs is from the Slavic people. It wasn't about color.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get into a fight with the whole panel. Then how is it that because that's the mamby-pamby liberal bullshit. Weirdly, would you guys believe me if I said that my race was sub-Saharan South African?
It would
Sure,
be a
why
leap
not?
for me.
I wouldn't believe you if you said you were white.
We can all trace our ancestry back.
Well, hold on.
to
I got to
sub-Saharan
ask Florida a
Africa.
question real quick.
So they definitely we can. I'm not saying any specific race is better than another, but the fact that we all have very specific ancestry that leads us to a certain geographical location, and that's really what race is, that exists.
No, it was just called race.
Well, that's more ancestry.
Yeah, that's just telling us where Homo sapiens are.
Well, I mean, I got to assume
You're a
that
homo, not me.
if your race is black, that you have black ancestors. I've got to assume that, and if you have white ancestors, you're going to be white. I've got.
Hey, Boulder.
But what are Panamanians with dark skin?
Pandas?
Hey, Boulder.
They're Americans.
I would still call them Panamanians. Yeah, what's up, Carl?
What race are Inuits?
I'm not looking to buy you dinner or anything like that with this question, but do you have blue eyes?
That's dinner question.
I have green eyes.
He trying to fuck you. He ain't trying to buy you dinner.
Nah, I was about to say we're probably related, considering like we're both like from fucking German, fucking Norway type shit. But there's a theory all blue-eyed people are related. But that's you don't have blue eyes, so like I don't need to get into that. But yeah, man,
the Germans mixed with like those from the Italian area. So when you see the dark hair on Germans, it's not because the Germanic tribes actually had dark hair originally. So if I know, obviously, I'm going to come from the belief of Christianity, but really, when you look at the different peoples, you've got basically three types: the very dark skin, the very light skin, and then you've got everything in between. Okay, and when you go into Asia,
Irish.
When you go into Asia and the Middle East, that's everything else. When you go into Europe, it's that really light skin. When you go into Africa, it's that really dark skin. But what's interesting, what I find very interesting, is that when you come over to the Americas, you begin to see something else. You see a bright orangish red tint, which tells me that it's got nothing to do with, oh, I'm descended from these people, but it's got more to do with the environment you're in and where and how much sun you
evolution.
Well, it's not
evolution.
It's not evolution. It's the sun.
No, it really is.
How is the sun tanning your skin connected to thousands, millions of years of evolution?
Protects your skin. The melanin
it's genetics. You can say it's genetics. It's not evolution.
One at a time.
You can say it's
melanin,
genetics.
which is your skin tone.
That's genetics.
Protects. Yes, it's a heritable
genetics
trait.
Is not a theory.
But heritable traits can also disappear within 3 generations.
Exactly.
There are a lot of people that can appear to be white passing, and they're from black stock. It is
white
it's
people
a
have black
heritable
babies.
trait,
Black people
not
have white
dominant
babies.
always.
Clay, why do lighter people of European descent have lighter eyes?
So that part right there, like, here's the thing: your eye color, right? That's genetics.
Well, it's genetics, but evolution over time.
No,
that's really what it is.
No,
yes,
I mean,
it is.
Not evolution. Evolution is a theory.
He just got a problem with the word. Is all it appears to be. Just that word hurts him.
Because what you're telling me is all of a sudden we came from fish.
See,
and that's just not a thing.
Darker skinned people are around the equator.
No.
Lighter
Hold
skinned
up.
people are at the poles.
What color
and
are
lighter skinned
the fish's
people
eyes?
around the poles tend to have lighter eye color as well.
What color of eyes do fish have?
It's not about fish. You're not debating how fish evolved.
I mean, I think they're gray, aren't they? Mostly.
Well, if we
Yeah, I
came
do
from
see that.
cats
Yeah.
or fish or
So that's
dogs
just
or
a red
monkeys,
herring to
whatever.
bring this back to, a
Oh
creation.
yeah, it probably
again.
is. Yeah,
We're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the evolution of humans. It's been about 250,000 years. So let's not call it something
You were
else.
there? You were there?
Yeah.
Well,
You were
I
in
was.
you were 250,000 years old,
Absolutely.
bro. Holy crap.
A
You
lot
look good
more
for
than what you
250,000
believe,
years.
my friend.
You look
But
good for 250,000 years. That's
I
all I got to
followed
say
my
about that.
genetics all the way around with the Celts
Bro,
going all the way
believe you,
up in the
Samantha.
Gales and everything else.
I believe you were just.
You can
I
follow
believe
my
you.
heritable traits all the way. I know you
Bro.
hate science, and
Hey,
that's
hey,
okay.
we ain't got to do the hate science shit. Hey, Clay, I think that we're just saying that we're just using the definition of evolution without all attaching the rest of it. Is that a light-skinned motherfucker can evolve from a dark-skinned motherfucker?
That's not
Just under that
It's
context,
not evolution. That's
right?
adaptation.
All right. Well, that's
Adaptation is evolution.
Well, no.
No, it's not.
No. Hold up. Evolution. Hold up. I actually read a lot about this. Evolution and adaptation are totally separate things.
Completely
Adaptation means, so like our body changes for the better is evolution. Our body changes for the worse, it's mutation. Adaptation is your body doesn't change. You yourself change for the environment. Like you adapt to the cold weather by fucking building a hut. Your evolution to the cold weather, basically fucking Europeans, to put it lightly, to not get too complicated.
That's a misreading of the research.
No, I think he did it well. I think you said it well.
It's a misreading. Evolution happens on longer time scales, and adaptation happens in shorter. I'm not disagreeing other than that. Evolution spontaneously appears, and if it's successful with multiple people, then it becomes a trait within the heritable gene pool. That's all.
Correct. Yeah, I may have misrepresented evolution, but adaptation, I believe I was spot on with the definition.
Yeah, it's just a shorter time span. Nothing can willfully adapt.
Adaptation is a mechanism of evolution. It's one of. It's not the only one. There's others, but that is one of the mechanisms of evolution.
Sure, it is.
Well, your incredulity means nothing to me, Clay.
That's a big word.
It was.
Well, okay. So beyond, creation versus non-creationism, the truth is we're all 5 or 6 generations from looking a lot like each other if we were in the same place. The melanin protects the skin underneath. The eye color is, like in my case, blue is double recessive.
I think
wouldn't we call that evolution? When we call that evolving from a darker to a lighter complexion, when we call that evolution, just because we evolved over time into a lighter person.
No, that's more adaptation over like 10 to 15 generations, because remember, if you don't know, the Celts came up from Europe into the... Wow, Joe.
Sorry.
Nice Harley, bro. We'll have to roll deep when it's time back. So the Celts, they came across from Russia and the other and they go up to the British Isles, and they crossbreed with the Gaels and the Vikings. So that's adaptation individually if those cultures were separate, but because they intermarried, it's kind of an evolution adaptation as well, because each of those different groups brought different characteristics. The ones that were most northern had fairer skin and stockier bodies.
That wouldn't get rid of evolution, though. The fact that those people who they came there were white because they've been under that fucking sun, different sun for 1,000 years.
Absolutely. That's not. That's adaptation more than evolution, because they were still Homo sapiens sapiens.
That's genetic drift, not adaptation.
I think
when you enter cross,
I would be adaptation, and
you're putting new genetics into the mix.
Right. The genetic code's already there. You're just transferring across.
Do fish and dogs have the ability to make a fog or something?
They can't mate and produce offspring, so
they can't produce offspring. Why is that?
They're different species.
Different
Okay,
species.
and so different species can't interbreed, right?
Some of them. There are occasions
Well, the
like
Denisovans,
the
they're close
liger
enough.
and the mule and
But
things
they're-
like
no,
that.
those are
Mules and
cats.
honeys.
Where it-
But
you
there
know,
are
and-
cats. There
and
are
most of them will be,
Animals.
and most
is
of them are
this about
sterile.
about your religion, Clay, or is this about white and black crimes?
No, this is about white and black crime. So when we're talking about white and black crime, and we're specifically trying
So
to
you've gone back
label.
to those races that had
Well,
their skin burned?
Do you want to ask another
Because that was in your book, right?
Did you need another question? Did you want me to answer that question or the first question?
Both.
Okay, well, I'm going to answer the first question. So when we're talking about white and black crimes, because your second question was stupid and trying to be funny.
It's in your book, man.
It's
Don't
your
blame
book.
me for your
It's your
book.
book, not my book. You read a totally different book than I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Gentlemen, I'm going to step in here and just interrupt you for just a few seconds. We have a sponsor. We do have a sponsor of this live, and it is forthwith of this.
Tired of your wheelchair falling apart at the worst moments? With the power of Flex Seal, those worries are over.
And also, if you would like to remove somebody from the panel, it will cost you $10 to the Benjamin Balderson channel or Cash App on @Spin City News. We do have Roguish Sun in the back waiting for his entrance to attack the panel. That is the way we do it here. $10 to boot, $10 to revive. The only unbootable people are our lovely guests, Mr. Benjamin Balderson, Miss Moon, Willow, myself, or Joe Cool. Anybody else is available to kick them in the back and say, fuck off. Back to you, people.
And also, there's a lot of misinterpretation going on where when something's already in their genetic code and that marker is either turned on or turned off, similar to the way the supposed dire wolves got brought back, and it really is just a gray wolf that they just took and they flicked and they just made some of the genetic markers active. That it didn't, as a creature, it didn't genetically alter, just what things are active in the genetics altered. So that's more of an adaptation.
So what would evolution be under you guys' definition? Is there such word as evolution then? What would that be a descriptor of?
Evolution literally means that a species can come from a separate, completely different species. So that's literally evolution. You have to have that in evolution. Otherwise, evolution is not a thing.
Evolution is heritable traits in self-replicating life forms over long periods of time.
Yep.
Which means that you need species to be able to become other
Listen,
species. It's just the reality of what evolution
is. We can get into the word of species. It's actually a problematic term. I would agree.
I agree.
Like the definition can change depending like what field you're looking at it in. So if we want to use a different term, it's fine. It's just that it's the most commonly understood term is why I picked it.
Well, actually,
I wasn't trying to be technically correct.
That's perfect, Dan. That's perfect because that actually answers Santa's question because he's asking me why it is that I'm bringing this up when we're talking about crime. What, in my opinion, what them white motherfuckers, as Joe Cool says,
white man,
white motherfuckers back in the day in antebellum South were trying to do was essentially create a whole nother species out of black people so that they could call them subspecies. In fact, I remember a time, I don't know if you guys do, I remember the time when the N-word was actually in the dictionary and you could look it up and it actually meant lower species. It was in the dictionary. You guys might not remember. I remember.
No, I literally told you about the guy in England who started all of this
and called them lower species.
Yeah.
Hold up, Clay.
But that doesn't mean they were a lower species.
That was my first clue.
But that doesn't mean it's true.
That's right. That doesn't mean that evolution is true. Yeah, exactly.
Hold up, Clay. I remember that word being in the dictionary. I'm 39. I thought it meant lack of knowledge or without the resources.
There's another one, right? So anything that they can do to create that that mindset that these people are different
Right.
than you. They're not really like the white people who are this higher species, higher intelligence.
You didn't hear
I'll
me
give you
say
that, but
did you?
I never saw the definition of subspecies. That's what
I did. I remember seeing it in the dictionary.
Another
Now, are you suggesting, Clay, that that's what I was saying?
What I'm saying, no.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that evolution has a motive. Okay, the theory of evolution has a motive.
Okay. We disagree. That's okay. But I think Joe and I heard each other very clearly. The truth is, what is predominantly the case now is economic. It goes down to economics, access to resources. We talked about the property tax. It's the one thing that you can point to that drives education nationwide. And I grew up in these schools. I went, this was my neighborhoods. So it was, you know, I wasn't a black person. I was the poor white trash in the trailer park. But we went to the same school and the same resources weren't there. Now, I was fortunate that my family was really sharp on education. And so that's what really helped elevate myself out of the situation. But I'll tell you, there is a mindset, regardless of color, when you see other people, especially on TV, apparently having it all, and you're black, broke ass, can't afford, you know, now and later.
I think you just promoted, pointed toward more direct evidence. The fact that it is done by property taxes. The person who do that knew that it would fuck up the poor. And I think that that was their fucking intent. In this case, they would have been aware that they were freezing out black motherfuckers' schools. And I'm sure they would have thrown some more in there fuckers. They would have been well aware of how they would have been affected in this. And the fact that they still would go through with that shit, the motivation in there is probably racist shit. This is why else would you come up with this weird?
If there's no reverse racism, then why did YouTube hold albino lives matter?
So the the reason that I should consider race is because some motherfucker who believes in race was able to affect my life.
I was going to show that motherfucker too.
Dude, I can't believe it held it. Like albino lives matter. YouTube literally held that. Like that's wild.
It's just crazy. No, I agree. I agree with both of you on this. And that's what I'm talking about. So the Irish, you know, if we could speak about the Irish for a sec.
Easy.
I'm part Irish too.
All right, you got the card.
Yeah. But the Irish were considered less than human to the Brits, and this is why they were treated so poorly. And when I say less than human, it was essentially they're another race. The Italians considered other peoples, other nations. It's literally tribalism, nationism, whatever you want to call it. It's this stupid tribalism shit. And regardless of whether I believe, you know, this or that, the racism thing isn't like a real thing. But because I agree, it is something that has been used and is still used. Why does the government use racial statistics?
I think to leverage us against each other, keep us distracted.
So hold up. So I would disagree.
Yeah,
with
I wouldn't agree with that.
So really, the reason why I brought up it's about culture and not race is because to answer Santa's question as well, when he mentioned the media is bought and paid for by the 1% and the 1%. And who are the wealthiest motherfuckers in this country? Everybody knows.
Yep.
The Democrats. The Democrats are the wealthiest motherfuckers in this country.
You got us. You got us on that.
Not
Where we thought you were going there.
Not all billionaires were friends of Trump's. Right? I thought all of the multi-billionaire fucks, trillionaire motherfuckers were friends of Trump. Republican.
Hold on.
But he's a rhino. He's a rhino. Trump is a rhino.
Am I
Hold on,
crazy
hold on.
though? Trump would be Republican, and the rest of them motherfuckers would be
Trump was
Republican. Fuck
Democrat
with it.
forever. Trump was Democrat forever.
He's a Republican now.
Yeah.
And all of these motherfuckers will have to have Republican beliefs and fall in line with this motherfuckers.
Actually,
They
that's an
wouldn't be
interesting
buddy
thing.
buddy the way they are.
Should these politicians be able to switch parties?
Well,
an-
yes,
I'm
because
going-
ideas of the party can change.
I mean,
I don't see why they would not. I don't see why anybody would have come up with a rule where they could not.
they
switch
all want
parties.
your
That-
money. How about
That
that?
sounds crazy.
The interesting part is I remember a video where Trump sat with fucking the Clintons on Oprah or something like that, and Trump flat said, if I wanted to be the president in the future, I'd just switch to Republican, tell everybody I'm a Christian, and bada boom, I'm the president.
Happened
And they
just
were
like
all
that.
crazy. And weirdly, that is what he did and how that went down.
Trump was a Dino back then.
Why is J6 not reported as a steal of the election? Why is Trump not reported as trying to steal the election? No, to the government. Is that racism? I think it is.
I think it's politics that it makes it really deep to
like
understand.
if Biden was a black guy, you might have a case. Like
No,
there was no racial
Yeah.
motivation in it. It was purely
The media reported that he's the one who initiated it. The DOJ essentially was trying to say that he did it. You know, so the idea that he hasn't been the name of the lead on that is not true. He actually was stated to be the leader on that initial movement to J6.
What, the Mexican guy that runs the Proud Boys?
No, Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been blamed for J6 in multiple ways, including the legal route.
It's funny too.
That's true.
And I would say that the reason he gets a pass is some racist bullshit. It was it's those people who want America to be white and remain right. Those people invading us. Pretty soon white people gonna disappear. It's everybody with that mentality, which is some racist bullshit.
I would say it's the uniparty. I would say
But
that's
why not? Why wouldn't it, Joe, be also possible that it's a more authoritarian step for law enforcement?
A more authoritarian step.
Yeah, the uniparty.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying, but it probably
I'm seeing the acceleration since even, Reagan et al., the militarization of the police, the crackdowns on this, the crackdowns on where our rights are.
Oh, yes.
Economic T word when people are protesting. So
Yes.
a more authoritarian, sorry, I have trouble with that word.
Yeah.
As much as
it would be that and other things, but I would like to stay on the race thing for a second because it's my premise that motherfuckers will consider anything except the race thing. If I say it's race, rather than motherfuckers saying yes, it's race, they say what about this and is it that? Odds are you're right, it'll be that too. If I could get some hard answers on was it racist and at all, am I right that it's a bunch of that? Trump represents the party of keep America white, make America great again. He's talking about whatever era, 50s or whatever, when the white man ruled every fucking thing. He wanted to go back to that. A bunch of people see it like that. There are a bunch of people, and some of you probably believe that these motherfuckers are watering down the race and the white motherfuckers becoming extinct. That's racist shit. Trump represents that. That's what we saw that day. That's what drove all those white racist fucks to feel liberated to go up there.
It would help. It would probably help if your examples actually included racism, because the two big examples you've banged on about are Kyle Rittenhouse, who killed 3 white guys, and the gas station he was protecting during the riots was owned by some brown guys. And then also Trump.
I didn't bring up Kyle Rittenhouse. He did, by the way, but go ahead.
Trump, I didn't hear a whole
I didn't bring up Kyle Rittenhouse.
I didn't hear you guys.
I didn't bring it up. You say I was banging on it. I didn't bring it up. She did. I was just deflecting, arguing what she said.
and
Excuse
it's a
me?
white guy that killed 3 white guys while protecting the gas station of a black guy. So I'm
Yes.
just having a hard time fitting that into the racism box. And then Trump who's white, and Joe Biden, who's white, and he said that Joe Biden stole the election. Either way, you end up with a white guy, no matter how that pans out. So I'm not sure how that's racism either.
I wasn't saying none of that was racism. Did you address the shit that I said? Right about was it racist? These niggas doing this shit. Was it racism? You're telling me shit that wasn't racism. Do you see racism anywhere? Let me ask you guys that. Do you see racism in J6 anywhere? And tell me where. Let me ask you that directly.
See crime. I just see crime. That's what I see.
I'm with Clay.
No one sees anything.
White on white crime.
No one saw anything racist about that. Did you notice?
I said, yeah, Joe. Keep your eyes
Thank
open,
you.
bro.
Thank you. Thank you. I should definitely do that shit because you always are fucking independent.
What was racist about January 6th?
Yeah, that's true. You get a group of people that large anywhere, there's a lot of stuff going on. And there were people, with the government that were enticing people on. Who knows? Somebody was probably selling Girl Scout cookies. That's a lot of people.
That's a
Hold on, Joe, you have to clarify. What was racist about January 6th?
Well, let's use our minds. Let's use our heads and come up with it together. Why? One, was it almost all white people? The Black Lives Matter protests, 80% white people, all racist. The truckers or whatever, all racist. Why was J6 so majority white, and why did it attract all those white hate groups? Why?
Causation versus correlation.
Hold up.
I'm asking you why.
Were there colored people at January 6th?
There would have been.
There were colored people, right?
Yeah, you can call them colored people.
Okay.
Would you say
how many? Hold up, Clay. Hold up. I'm about to land my plane.
Like
how many
13%?
colored people got injured or killed on January 6th?
I have no idea.
None. One person died. He was a white cop, and he got killed by.
No. He was one of the protesters.
Oh my God! Nobody died.
Don't forget the girl.
What's this got to do with anything?
Ashley Babbitt.
Yes, Ashley Babbitt. She was one of the protesters. She wasn't a cop.
All right. Well, all right. So I'm wrong on that point, but I am right that no colored people died at a supposable racist event.
What that got to do with it? The only way it could be racist is if a black person dies. This is your premise.
All right, no. Listen, I gave you an example on how it wasn't racist. You provide an example on how it was racist that'll dispute my claim. That's how it works.
No, I'm not really, because you can't prove.
No, actually, really. I made a claim.
It's very hard to
dispute it.
Joe, what I think he's trying to say is how can you deem J6 as racist when there was both white and black people there when January 6th happened? Both white and black people were committing the crimes. Both white and black people were involved in the crowds. So how can it be deemed as racist?
Well, let's not be myopic. What was the percentage? We'd have to take that into account. I just explained to you that most protests are multiracial, much more multiracial than this. If I'm correct, and it was super few, and I am correct because I scoured the vids, and I've had this conversation a million times. I got friends who were there. There's a tiny amount of freaking black people there. Then we'd have to at least consider that race may play a role if we believe that happened.
I have them.
Go ahead, Clay.
So there were, it looks like about 750 individuals there. 659, which was 92%, were white.
Wait. Yeah, it was way more than 700 people there, man. There were thousands.
No,
I don't know where that stat came from.
Was that who got arrested?
That's
probably some legal stuff. Yeah. I'm talking about the crowds. And that would be an indicator as well. I was talking about in masses. We have eyes. We can see it was all white people. Why won't someone say this? Why will someone say, and I've seen people do this, look through Skylar 40 videos and say, there's a black person.
It's not going to exist. That stat's not going to exist. All right. They're not going to know
how many
of each. demographic was actually there. Like that's
Uh,
you really expecting? I guarantee you that it's probably something per capita to the range of the actual population. It's probably going to be around 13% black people. Probably going to be around 60, I think, per capita white people. It's probably going to be somewhere similar.
I was polling it was somewhere in the range of 90% white, 10% black.
Yeah, there were probably more white, I would say, per capita population for sure. But I'm going to say the black people there were probably, if I had to guess, around 8 to 10%. Like I would guess. But at the same time, we're looking at the prosecutions too. Now,
what's the population of DC?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Probably
DC
black.
Itself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it'd have been a lot of black motherfuckers. It'd have been primarily black motherfuckers should have been there.
I do know that about DC. Yeah.
This is so easy to explain, right? Okay. 13% of population is black, right? That's not that controversial.
Yeah. Correct.
Most of those people vote Democrat, do they not?
They do.
All right, so is it that weird that you're not
fairly
going to get
overwhelming
huge...
for black women, but black men actually, it's
But the point being, it's not that weird that we
I was
don't
thinking
see that
that
many
border.
black people at a Trump rally, considering they're Republicans, and the Republican Party isn't that popular with black people. It's not racism. It's
Because
just
black people think the Republicans are more racist than Democrats. That's why they don't fuck with Republicans.
I get that. It's bullshit.
So
The
race
Democrats
still
have launched
plays a
an
role.
Incredibly successful propaganda campaign. I applaud them for it.
I would disagree.
Surprised.
Everybody talking that white nationalism bullshit. White people are becoming extinct. That's mostly Republicans with that nonsense.
No, it ain't. It's Democrats. For real. Like, I'm surprised at the support that Joe Biden got from the black community whenever he's sitting there going on and on about Corn Pop. Corn Pop was a bad dude. You know, that type shit right there. I'm like, how the hell are you going to sit there and support that type shit? But then Trump's like, hey, I want to give you guys some money and I want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity. And then, like, what the hell, bro? For real.
This is straight up Malcolm X, Joe. Straight up Malcolm X. The liberal media will have you believe in the bad guys, the good guy, and the good guy's the bad guy. And the bad guys are all the politicians. But fucking Joe Biden literally said he didn't want integration of his schools because he didn't want his kids going to school in the jungle. He called black people super predators.
Amazing.
He authored the free strikes laws and the mandatory minimums, which caused
black. You ain't black.
Amazing that you can see that Joe Biden was racist. I can see it a mile away. Of course he's racist. So is Hillary. All those fuckers are racist. What's even more amazing, Trump can't be racist, though. I'm wrong there. What's more likely?
Give an example. I'll give you an example.
Trump is the guy who's not racist.
Trump wasn't racist. What I
Everybody else is saying that shit.
Event, because now what you just told me was one racist was fighting with another racist about who won the battle. Either way, you end up with a racist white guy. So where's the how is that fight itself racist?
Because Republicans, I'll tell you where. Because Republicans are the ones with that. And I asked you 2 seconds ago if you agree with me. Did you want to know or not? You didn't really want to know? Because Republicans, you don't really want to know. You asked that question so you can continue speaking and talk over me in grandstand or something. The reason it still remains racist is because Republicans are majority the ones who share that Nick Fuentes, Charlie Kirk, white people need to run the world shit. That's Republicans, not Democrats. We think that's racist, and it is.
And I just listed literal policies that were racist that Joe Biden implemented.
We agree Biden's a racist.
So then
you can't see Republicans are racist, though. It's fucking weird.
That you're racist if you wanted Trump rather than the guy who said integrating schools makes them the jungle, that fucking implemented real policies, real laws that were racist, said black people are super predators.
Okay, you're going off of some shit. I don't know when Biden said it, but I guarantee you when he was running for office, he was saying he was not saying that
minimums were in the 90s, bro.
he was not agreeing that at the time when he ran and anybody running in the modern era is not agreeing with that radical shit that Trump says that that he was willing to say now Africa is full of shithole countries and all the shit he said about the Hispanic
Trump
motherfuckers
had
and
to
all of
say
that bullshit.
shit so that he could get the
Clintons
rest of the pilgrims on board. He had to say that shit.
The Clintons and Joe Biden ran on black people are super predators and we need to clean up our streets.
Yeah, when they not for president.
And you guys think they aren't racist. That's the best part.
Who is you guys? I told you they were racist a long time ago. Who are you talking to?
Hold up.
He must be talking to one of you guys.
Hold up. He said
And
that.
gentlemen, money talks and bullshit walks. Mr. Brick Partition comes in on the Cashapp with the Big 10 and says, get Toasty's ass out of here and bring Rogish up. Thank you, Mr. Brick Petitions. I thank you very much. Now, gentlemen, we do have Toasty back in the back. So, if anybody would like to bring Toasty back up, it is another $10 over on the Benjamin Ballerson channel or to Spin City News Cashapp. We will bring Mr. Hard Talk Toasty back up. Gentlemen, also, Mr. Balderson is going to put up a goal. That goal must be hit in the next 40 minutes or the stream goes bye-bye. So that goal must be hit. Or, as Sarah will say, we're either going to hit it or we're going to quit it. That's the one big red dono. Gentlemen, back to you.
Hey,
and hold on. I got one more thing. The next break, I am making a very huge announcement. So you're going to want to sit over here, stay here to hear it. It's a big one, I promise. I've worked very hard to get there, and it finally happened. So stick around. Mr.
Person, y'all, congratulations, Phil. You finally got some. My man.
I worked very hard to get it, and I couldn't do it without all of you people. And I'll release it here shortly.
What you mean, you people?
You people, motherfucker! What are you talking about? You people.
Y'all true.
You people.
Let me ask you something.
What
What the fuck makes racism such a big issue anymore? I never thought
because black people can't be black people or black people crackers are crackers, man. What are you talking about? That's racism, right?
No. Not all y'all crackers, because black people don't really think like that. That's a projection. Most black people want to go along to get along with you motherfuckers. It's crazy. So the thing
I'd agree with that.
Rogish, I got to step in. Mr. Balderson needs a break. He's getting old in his age. He has to take another nap in between. So,
like
you know,
Bro, that fucking laugh.
Grandpa lives matter.
That's right, Grandpa lives matter. Let me ask you something.
Is in the mail.
And Joe Cool, forgive me.
Get off my lawn.
Old rub and tug, huh? That's what that is. Anyway, I'm not white.
Okay.
I'm
You're
Guido.
You're a Guido, right?
All white people say that.
Yeah. So I'm not white.
Include Italy.
All white people say that.
It's really the dingleberry of Europe, so they are.
You know what, Balderson? I'm changing your fucking nickname.
Hold on,
White pride,
I thought Balderson was taking a nap. What's going on here?
I thought he was taking a nap. Then all of a sudden he woke up.
All you were crying about.
No, go ahead. Hold on. You're a Guido, though. Hold up. You're a Guido. Proceed.
Yes, I am. But see, that doesn't offend me.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what would, because then you would use it against me. But that's okay.
Not at
I got
all.
Ooh.
Nah, black people don't do that. We don't do
That
that.
does. It means he's disloyal
We don't
to
we don't
America.
We don't even have
we
a
don't
name
seek out
for
the
you
worst
guys.
we don't seek out the worst pejorative of another people, whatever.
I
It
don't
seems
have a
like
term to slander white people at all.
I
I
do.
don't have a
Now,
term.
hold up,
I do.
I got Peckerwood being from Oklahoma, but that's
That's
not
a
a black
great
word.
one. Oh, I had a
That's
buddy.
not a
My
black
buddy's
word
daddy
though.
used to
That's
say
hold
that.
up. That's a
But
white
I never
word
hear
though,
that shit
cuz.
anyway. You don't
That's
hear
a
it no
white
more.
word. Our word is harmless.
Yeah, it's
Pecker-
specifically though a gang in prison. They're entirely different than the Aryans and all
No,
that.
people was calling y'all that before y'all was a set in penal code. Cuz get the fuck out of here. Y'all
Yeah, the
Peckerwood
fact
300
that-
years ago.
That's specific.
Yeah, in 1978, I had a young girl call me a cracker, so I don't think that was anything.
That's a white word too. That's a white
Yeah,
word.
that ain't even-
That's a
that
little
ain't
black
heavy,
girl who
though.
said it. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. But I'm just saying it was a little black girl who said it, and I go ask my mom, who's a hippie and everything else, and it's like, hey, cool, that's what's going on. But this has been going on a lot longer than that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
true
think
that.
somebody brought up the 50s. I mean, you can easily point to this. People fought together, and then all of a sudden with the redlining and all these things with neighborhoods, I get why
Yes.
people would have attitude because they were dying just the same. And then you put the economics into it. Who goes to war? Not senator's sons.
Yeah.
Not senator's sons.
Hey, I had a girlfriend. Her mom did some shit where she played went undercover for like 60 minutes or one of those news so and so's. What they did is they got a black couple. She was the wife, a pretend husband, and a white couple. They gave them all fake same credit histories and all of that bullshit. And they had them go out and try different things. Can you test drive a car? Black motherfuckers always no, white motherfuckers always yes. They would take them to different places. Can you rent here?
Have you seen black people drive?
But there were a bunch of those instances. As for a loan, all of those things, they treated black people shitty. They told them about the properties we don't have any open, or they would overcharge them so that they couldn't afford the shit. All of these shit, the racism shit, is going on now.
But wait, hold on, wait. Is it racism if at that time the motherfuckers will line you up on a tree? Cuz nigga, look, some of that shit was fucking trespassing. You feel me?
This wasn't that long ago.
If you, I don't give a fuck, nigga. If you want to be around people that say we don't want you around, we'll kill you, and you still go around them motherfuckers, you can pick your own ticket. The fuck you talking about, cuz?
That's damn near life in America, man. Everywhere I go, so it ain't nothing but ain't nothing but white folks everywhere I go. I can't stay in my neighborhood my entire
if it's
fucking life.
motherfuckers that's murderous like that, then you get just as murderous then, motherfucker. What the fuck? That's all. If that's the only thing that they understand, that's all.
Ain't no white motherfucking murdering me, so I ain't had to murder no motherfucking. I don't have to stay in my neighborhood because I get along with what fucking white folks. They're no threat. How's that fit in your scenario? Ain't nobody trying to kill me. I've been all over the place.
Fuck out of here.
I done slept under so many white roofs, and none of them stabbed me in my sleep.
Pilgrims
Joe,
live out of pocket. Let's keep it
I wanna
100.
ask Joe
You know what I'm talking about? Y'all live out of pocket. Y'all always overstepping some motherfucking boundary or some shit. Just for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? You all right, dog?
He right about that shit.
He said, "You all right?"
Hey, I'm fixing to get off. So
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and especially fuck you. You're cool. Fuck.
Fucking A.
All right,
Go ahead, crowd.
Joe.
And L,
Joe.
you do still have to show us that you're not a troll. So you gotta cam up for a minute, and then you could talk to us all about how people made furniture out of blacks.
Oh, that's I might have to stay off of that.
No, it's
All right,
true,
Joe.
yo. Yeah,
it's really not. But I'm not going to get on that. I don't want to lose my train of thought. What I'm about to say. What you just said statistically is actually true. Black people kill more black people than they kill white people. White people kill more white people than they kill black people. Statistically, that's true.
In the myriad of ways that you do.
Most murders happen in your home area. It's so.
But Joe,
Most white people live around white people. Most black people live around black people. So this is just how that fucking works.
Yeah, but we don't charge
Well,
y'all
Joe,
to y'all
I want
murders.
to ask you a
So
question.
how the fuck can
Hold
y'all
up, Joe.
charge us to our murders? We don't charge y'all to the myriad of motherfucking delectable styles of fucking murder that y'all got of y'all in Pleasantville. Cuz really?
I want to ask you a question real quick. Do you support a party?
Hold on a minute. Hold
In
on
the
a minute.
Politics game? Oh no, sir. No, sir.
Hold on a minute. L,
Independent.
I banned and booted your ass back out of there. There is no fucking reason to do what you just did in the back chat. Abso-fucking-lutely not. It won't be tolerated here. I promise.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, is it that bad? I'm looking at the
I
regular
saw that
comments.
coming. I saw that coming.
Well, if he's willing to say
I
it,
saw that was bad, and I went right to look.
typically,
Right. I'm gonna let y'all interpret it.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like, you know, people will say
It's putting
things.
him on the naughty list.
Yeah, and yeah, if you're saying it in the back chat, there's a good chance you'll say it on screen.
All right, Joe. So the reason
nightmare.
I'll ask the question again, but the reason why I asked is because you brought up Republicans and Democrats. Do you support a party?
No, I think anyone who does it lacks any vision, and I really shouldn't give them a lot of credence when they rapping with me.
Well, yeah. You know, politicians lie. Conservatives, liberals, they all fucking lie. We got to do our best, and with our best judgment, based on history and based on what they say. And if they lie, you know, we try to hold them accountable. With all of that said, I said this on the other stream. So for anybody that was on the other stream, I'm sorry for repeating myself. But you can't judge the Republican Party and say they're racist without looking at the mountain of fucking evidence of the Democratic
It don't matter if they're
racist.
racist.
Wait. Let me put you at ease.
It don't fucking matter if they're racist. Nah, because I'm tired of people calling fucking
Okay, go ahead.
racist.
Go ahead.
Hold on, no. Hold up.
No, here,
The
let me finish.
Democratic Party has a history.
The Democratic
of being
Party
racist,
is
bro.
just as fucking racist. They're just a fucking soft style of it. So it's just that them niggas who attach themselves to them is more like some motherfucking yes men, while the black people who attach themselves to the fucking Republican Party are some fucking mascots. There's no fucking honor in representing them fucking one.
Well, let's get this straight. Republicans are openly racist and closeted gay, and Democrats are openly gay and closeted racist.
Closeted
I don't know.
I agree with you 50% on that,
That's cute.
Hey, look, like Malcolm X said, beware the liberal white man. Now, give me an example of history of the Republican Party being absolute fucking racist.
Right the fuck now.
Who gives a fuck if they're racist? The whole thing is that's not a decision. That's not the reason why you make a decision. If you can work with a motherfucker and contract with a motherfucker who feel a certain way about your people, their history or whatever, and y'all can come up, y'all can fucking come up. And no matter how the fuck they feel.
Hold up. If you don't care about that, why are you saying Republicans are racist if that shit don't fucking matter anyway?
Because people say Republicans are racist. You gotta go along with that shit. Fuck it. All right, people say
you said Republicans.
I don't see no difference. I don't see no difference. I don't believe in racism. I don't believe in racism. I think you motherfuckers are
So
being
why'd you say
yourselves.
Republicans are racist then? You're being a hypocrite.
Because
right now.
that's
I'm
what's
gonna have to call you a
projected.
liberal again.
If Republicans are racist and they'll say that the Democrats aren't racist, when clearly the Democrats are racist, they're just a fucking soft style of it, then what the fuck is a racist?
I think you just said Republicans
look at the economics of the example of what
That
happened.
shit nullifies itself, man. The mathematics don't motherfucking work.
That's a really good way to look at it.
That statement was racist, and I'm standing by it.
Hey, look. I'm out, man. I gotta wake up at 7 in the fucking morning. Listen, Joe. Listen, you don't seem completely biased, bro. But look, get out of that victim mentality. I'll grant you this: maybe black people do have to work a little harder to succeed in life, but so do fucking poor people. And there's poor white people, there's poor black people, there's poor yellow motherfuckers, and a lot of them can succeed in life. So stop
Wait,
being in the
wait.
victim mentality.
Before you leave, you may be strawmanning me a bit. I would agree, and if the conversation would progress there, yes, white motherfuckers get fucked over all the time in many ways, and we can go into depth about it. But I'm not so crazy that I would say it only happens to black people. And me myself, I'm not claiming any victimhood. I gave you some statistics of what's going on. I don't think I'm claiming any victimhood. And personally, I can tell you, I do well. I'm fine. I don't feel like a victim, or so I hope I'm not coming off as one, man. If anything,
No, that's
I think
why I
I'm an
said you don't
arrogant
seem
prick.
completely biased. That's why I said you don't seem completely biased. Like you're like right in the middle, bro. I believe there's hope for you. There's hope for everything. There's no hope for that motherfucking Spoons character. There's no hope for that fucker. But there's hope for Effigy. There's hope for you. Hey, Balder, thanks for having me. Spin, Clay, fucking Ant, for the win. The dude to my right on the panel. I don't know your name. Your thing is too small. Moon. Santa Claus. I want my fucking bike, bro.
Roguish son. He was on
Roguish
last
son.
week.
Oh, okay. What's up, Roguish? All right, man. I'm at. Oh yeah, I remember you. Like about a week ago. I remember you. All right, I'm out.
Have a good night, Crow.
Thanks for having me.
I'm the kind black supremacist.
That's an interesting concept.
I don't know. I'm from North Tulsa. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I figured the only issue that y'all had with us was that we was better. That was it. I'm from Black Wall Street. So it was at an early age.
Yes, that's why.
Because all black people in Oklahoma love white people. All right, toxically so.
I gotta tell you, fucking Florida, man. Southern Florida, they was talking about how racist it is, and I tell you, if you was a racist fuck, you looked at everybody got beards and looked like the most racist fucks in the world. Greatest people in the world.
Wait, whoa, what the fuck? I live in Florida. I'm a racist motherfucker in the world. What? Wait a minute.
He said they had beards. He wasn't talking about you trannies.
That's fucked up.
But you said Southern Florida. That's not.
I need to know the difference.
The northern part of Florida.
I was down there with the alligators, with motherfuckers, the country as fucks eating alligators and shit, Joe, and motorcycle riders and shit, Joe. And they was the most polite fucks in the world.
You ever been to Daytona? You ever been to Gainesville? Yeah, I know you've been to Tallahassee.
Hold up, wait a minute. Let's not put this on predicated upon if someone is cordial or not. Fuck your feelings. That don't define motherfucking racism and shit.
All right, let me say this. I can go further.
Well, no, don't go no further. Hold up, you done went far enough. Wait a minute, because you know what I'm saying. You trying to do the motherfucking anecdotal. I know nice white people shit, nigga. Nah, get the fuck out of here. Culturally, whatever fucking racism is, which I don't motherfucking believe in, I just think y'all being your motherfucking self. It ain't got to be nobody of no particular fucking skin color. When you say racism, you bring that skin color bullshit into it. But if that's the case, then everybody that was of non-white skin color or lack of thereof or whatever the fuck, however that works itself out, then would encounter the same fucking, you know what I'm saying, social barriers or whatever. They don't have a race problem. These motherfuckers got a black problem because this motherfucking Taiwanese Americans over here doing well. Hindu Americans over here doing well, complete with them weird looking temples and all that shit, right? Y'all permit that shit, so they ain't racist. These more than they fucking anti-black. Anti-black enrichment, anti-black thriving. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something about niggas that y'all got an issue with.
Can I ask you, Roguish? So yeah, I agree that like
you do drive worse than Asian women, so I mean you got to give it that.
We must, because we get pulled over more. Can't be racist.
Speaking of which, so that's actually the topic too. So when it comes to the government, they do use the ideology of racism, right, Roguish?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and I know you agree with that, obviously. But when it comes to that, if other people are going along with that ideology, aren't they really making, like, they're making the bigger issue, sure, but what I see too is basically the same thing that used to happen in the South in the 1940s and 50s and prior to that, where essentially the government will, quote unquote, employ, not with money, but just like saying, hey, let's go get them. They will use the regular people to essentially drum them up and say, hey, we got a problem here. It's these people, this race.
Fact.
And that's what they do. So I experienced that right here in New Mexico, right? And it wasn't because I was white, it's because I had a camera.
Okay.
So, that whole thing where you look at the 14th Amendment, the 14th Amendment is there to restrict the government's ability to violate our rights in a specific way, which are race.
But if the people no longer take that type of civic standing, if they've acquiesced, then that's null and void, cuz. So that's why I say don't hate the player, play their game.
Well, here's what I think. I think that the federal government shouldn't be able to use race in statistics, sex and statistics the way that they are, and then release it onto the public in a certain fashion. Like, if they're going to do it, like the idea of doing it and then connecting it to race, it needs to be, I think, closer to what Moon was saying earlier. It's got to be for a specific reason. It's like somebody admitted to doing the crime because of that, because of race, because of sex, and that sort of thing. But as soon as
what is race defined as? Before we declare it to be defunct, what the fuck is race? Can we pinpoint that, or does it remain something that is just fucking ambiguous?
Well, I tell you what, the federal government uses it, so somehow they are able to define it. I don't know.
It's mostly just it's mostly just literally when you say race, it's just the region you're from.
Oh, actually, here's another point.
Really?
People
That's
talk
where your ancestors are from.
So there's a little checkbox that you can check, or that they have to check when you go into these facilities, or you fill out some paperwork. There's a little checkbox. So either you check it off or they check it off. And then when they check it off, isn't that technically a civil rights violation? So if you check it off, you're admitting to being part of that ideology. But if they have a box there and they are actually labeling you when you go into these facilities, white, black, male, female.
But the same thing happens with the census. And my great grandmothers had to put white down because the only two options in that census were white and black.
Right.
So
what if these constructs have outlived their usefulness?
Amen.
Well, so with the male and female, I could see the need for that, right? So when you're putting somebody into a facility,
whoa. What do we need more than just male and female? What the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. Male and female, we definitely need a checkbox for that. But for white and black, we don't need that. We don't need
neither one of those, because we're not fucking colors. And let's say that's how the whole system worked, whatever, but it's no longer effective. If there was a categorization that we could, I guess, subjectively place ourselves into, that could be acknowledged, geo-wide, if you will, what would it be?
So then the only reason that checkbox might be there is if somebody else wants to. Like, people talk. And this is one of the things that I find fascinating is people actually talk to the police. So when you have to deal with the police and then you have to do the checkbox yourself, people will actually check the box kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't understand why people do that. Like, I choose not to answer.
Also, fuck the police. But go ahead.
Yeah. I choose the box of I choose to not answer, right? And then I don't have to worry about that, right? And so here's the thing on social benefits as well. When we get into social benefits, they do the same thing. They'll have a checkbox. Are you black, white, Asian, indigenous, all these different choices.
So it's the system that's making it mean things that no longer serve us then.
Exactly. So the reality part, I agree. Male, female. That's it. I don't need you to tell me what demographic I am other than, or somebody else is other than that.
Right.
You needed somebody to tell you if you're a male or a female?
No, he's saying those are the standards. Those are the objective standards
what's
that need to
funny?
be left alone within the New World Order.
No. The doctor in the beginning of your life tells your parents whether it's a male or female. So there is that thing.
So Clay, I am gonna push on you a little bit. Normally I agree with everything you say.
Sounds fun.
But that racial
That's what she said.
box does need to be a factor in certain circumstances, especially when it comes to medical. Because if you think about it medically, there are certain things that people of African American descent have that people who of European descent do not have, such as sickle cell.
Well, could that
you notice how
get it too? Y'all gonna get it too?
Do y'all notice how she stated geographic areas when she made these statements? Did y'all know she stated geographic areas?
Did notice that.
That's because that's what race really is our ancestry from specific geographic areas.
No, but I'm saying, but hold up, what sets the metric of something being something though? If it's something that is tribal and subjective unto a solitary group, that can't be everybody's motherfucking metric and classification. Or if not, that's just subjective.
It's not. We have many systems of classification. Honestly, in this country, we should be quit being such little fucking Nancy's with feelers. And then we could really get down to some real science and start looking at what these actual things, how they affect people and the different like medications that we should be giving different people out of different haplogroups. This affects this group better than this group, yada, yada, yada. We could actually start getting more refined with our conversations if everybody wasn't all up in their fucking feelers. Oh, I don't want to be divided and segregated.
If race was just a descriptor, I'm absolutely okay with that.
So when it comes to the medical part, though, like you're saying the race, because of certain geographical areas. Well, the geographical area, if it's a medical thing, right, the medical thing itself is not race. Sickle cell
it's heritable along with race.
Sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is sickle cell anemia. It's not black.
Right. But it's more prevalent in black people.
That may be, but if you got sickle cell anemia, you got sickle cell anemia. Like that's like
there's numerous things that are very
not all black people have it.
That's true, but it's still going to be more prevalent, so it's going to be a factor. That's the fun thing about the
okay, but hold up, but therein
each time we hone in and narrow down, we can get more and more specific with our medicine.
But also, it's an inheritable trait. So all you're saying is that that's not all you're saying, but one of the things that could answer your question, Clay, is they may have ancestry from those groups in Africa that developed the sickle cell
and that's
anemia
fine.
gene.
So then write that on the chart, not black.
I agree. I don't think we need to put race on there. I think we just put down the medical condition. There's no need to.
Perfect.
Like, I can clearly look at Rogish and see that his skin tone is black. I don't find that offensive. I find
my skin tone is dark, motherfucker. It ain't black. It's only black to y'all.
I can clearly look at my pasty ass head.
It's only black to y'all. Y'all the motherfuckers called black.
I'm also not exactly. I'm also not exactly white, but I'm sure it's not pretty. I'm sure it's
y'all not white. Y'all are claiming white. Get the fuck out of here with that white shit.
I ain't never
y'all claiming white. Y'all not
hey,
white.
Guys, I would like to. Can I jump in here real quick?
I'm not seeing you with my shirt off, sir.
Yeah,
I am not from the
the one drop rule. The one drop rule was how my grandmothers had to live. I still live by it. I got more than one drop. I'm not white.
I'm an American.
Hold on, guys. Toasty, you had something you wanted to add?
Yes, I would like to add to this. All right, so I want to kind of settle things a little bit here in this discussion. Yes, sickle cell disease, SCD, is significantly more prevalent among Black and African American populations. In the U.S., it affects approximately 1 in 365 Black babies, and about 1 in 33 Black individuals carry the sickle cell trait. While it disproportionately affects this group, it is fundamentally an ancestral trait and not a racial one. So you guys are kind of half wrong and half right. The genetic
That's actually what I said.
The genetic mutation evolved in regions with high rates of malaria, such as parts of Africa, the Mediterranean, India, and the Middle East, because carrying the trait provides partial resistance to malaria.
And
I would like to turn it back over to you guys by asking, what would the Democratic Party be without racial issues at the platform?
You mean the crime bill, Biden?
It wouldn't be a
what racial issues? What you mean? They never saw the motherfuckers. Do you really tell me that you still see them shits as racial issues as opposed to just, you know what I'm saying, hollow contexts that they can utilize?
DEI came from one party.
Wedge politics is the name
That's
of it.
all it is, man. There ain't no fucking racial issues. If it was racial issues, they would really fucking care. They don't fucking care. So yeah, wedge politics. That's it.
It's a money. It's a money.
But the black people connected to them is, got chronic pilgrim acceptance syndrome, and that, potentially a lot of black people suffer from that shit, and they're looking to be favored. Same as the black the black mascot MAGAs motherfuckers. Get your fucking ass out of here. They're seeking to be favored.
It's the same shit people do with cops.
Wait.
They
What
seek
about
to be
the MAGA
favored by
motherfuckers?
cops.
Wait a minute. You talking about language now?
The black MAGA motherfuckers is
Now we're
seeking
back
to
to
be
Officer
favored.
Tatum over here. Damn it, Trout.
Just like a black Democrat.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to step in here for just 1 minute. I said that I was going to make a big announcement. I'm going to put it up on the screen. It has been a long time coming for me to get back out into the field. I am now able to do that. We are going, Spin City News is going to Washington, D.C. as credentialed media through the Department of Interior. So we are going up there. We are going to be live all day.
Doing what? What are we doing, man?
From July 3rd and 4th, we will end the live broadcast at night with the fireworks celebration this coming July. So if you'd like to help donate to the cause, please do it through Cashapp. My moderators will put it in the chat, and my Nightbot should be doing it. Haven't had time to pay attention, but yes, we are going to Washington, D.C. July 3rd and 4th to broadcast nonstop on the Spin City News channel, the Benjamin Balderson channel, and a few others. We are also going to be broadcasting on America Rising Media, which is available on all devices. So please, if you can, help Spin City News out. And also, I have another announcement. Another gentleman that we know and we care about dearly in the chat, Mr. For the Win, is going to be tagging along. You will see Clay. You will see For the Win. Mr. Benjamin Balderson is my ride or die. He's going to be working in the background, helping out as much as he can. So we are doing it. It is coming. The production trailer is coming. It's going to be a good time. So I hated to interrupt the panel, but I definitely wanted to bring that up to you guys.
Giant congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
And
good to see you. Good enough.
Joe Cool. Just to kind of clarify, Spin. He wants to know what it's for. July 4th. But not just. Not just
a press pass, so that way he can stand between Joe Rogan and Trump and the vice president and he got it. It's really kind of cheating because he can spin around while he's doing the circle jerk. But nobody else, the rest of us got to manually move. He's got like a much more fluid motion. It's like the difference between a Rolex.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
But just to clarify, too, it's not just any July 4th, fam. This happens to be the 250th year of this nation. Now, if you understand what that means, it's 1776. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. We celebrate the nation's birth every year on July 4th, and 2026 is 250 years, which is a big deal because 250 years for any nation to exist on its own, standing tall like the United States does. And, we got our issues and all that, but damn it, we are standing fucking tall. And so I'm really super stoked that you're going to be there. I look forward to doing everything I possibly can to make sure this goes off without a hitch.
Thank you. And it's humbling, and I got a little dust in my eyes when I got the email or the final email with the credentials in it. And it is something that I'm going to cherish the rest of my life. I will have documentation of something that I will only see in my lifetime. So it is something that I'm very I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's a lot of work, and I have to say this, and I'm not going to take much more time up on this. It's because of my viewers that I'm doing this. It's because of my viewers. I couldn't be able, and I would be remiss not to say that without my viewers, I wouldn't be able to do this. And I thank everybody, and much love to everybody. It is as big as Raging Tomato going to Vegas. So I'm very humbled, and thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Benjamin Balderson channel, my channel, Spin City News. We are on X, we are on Rumble, we are on pilled.net, our flagship on America Rising Media. I much appreciated everybody. And back to you guys while I sit here and cry like a little bitch.
I mean, it's a day ending, and why?
He's gonna pretend like all them little Kleenexes around him for wiping tears.
Yeah.
Can I ask a couple questions? Spin,
Pakistan.
Spin, you're going to the Trump 250th
Yes.
celebration, I'm guessing.
Yes, I am.
And the what I was wondering was the Department of Interior. Does that mean you would be doing anything in specific, or is it just a press pass in general got through them? That's what I was looking for.
Well, you know what? I guess I need to give the explanation. I am actually credentialed media through my real employer. When you do anything at the National Mall, and hopefully everybody knows what the National Mall is. If not, Clay can explain it to you what it actually is.
I've seen it.
And Clay, can you please just give a brief synopsis of what the National Mall is?
I mean, it's actually an area, right? So
yes,
there's a bunch of different monuments, and if you think of DC, like the mall is pretty much all of those monuments that you think of.
Memorials and monuments.
Yeah, and then I think the Smithsonian is in there too, essentially. And there's the park.
If not, it's on the outskirts, and it's at Smithsonian. Smithsonian's many buildings. It's not one building like a museum. It's massive.
So basically, what I will be covering is our President Trump will be doing a speech. We will be in what's considered the media press area, where the best camera shots come. I will have opportunity to have For the Win or somebody else that is assisting me be able to place a microphone with, I forget the name of the fucking thing that goes around the microphone. It'll say Spin City News up there by the President of the United States and all the other dignitaries that will be speaking. 95% of the time, President Trump does a meet and greet with the press. So you never know. You might be able to hear me ask a question. This is
Clay have to get you up on his shoulders so you can be seen.
No, I have a scissor lift that I'm going to bring so I can bring them up to the height. No. But yeah, it's going to be
time for the press
something
questions. Oh, Master Blaster, you have a question?
Also,
I'll carry you, bro. I'll do
it. Hey, Clay, you might need to be there. Also, it's something that I've been looking forward to doing. The final piece came in my email, so it is something that I really
I'm glad you got to do it
and everything. And Mr. Salty Santa, Mr. Andrew James Barnes, known as Salty Mooch, and the Elf's Muse, would like to make his exit. He has to go out and tame his sheep. So, Mr. Salty Mooch, Santa, whatever, make your exit, sir.
Well, I like having discussions like this where people can show respect. They can come from different places, and it's cool. And I think it diffuses things a little bit when people can talk in a real fashion with real words about real concerns. There are things.
You are the biggest contributor of that. You realize that, right?
What do you mean?
You're one of the Santa. You're one of the biggest contributors of that shit, of the sincere communications. You
just remember, he doesn't think the moon is real. So
we should have been talking about that all night.
Oh hell! It was going so well.
It was.
I'll see you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for having me.
All right, Santa. Somebody remind me next time I see him.
The moon isn't real and the earth is flat. That's what he believes.
That was much more entertaining.
And that's the thing, you guys can believe whatever the fuck it is. This is America 250. I mean, we only get it once, So whatever you guys are Republican, Democrat, how much you hate Trump or whatever, fuck all that shit, you guys. And seriously, like this 4th of July, it's different than all the rest and everything. And when Spin invited me, I was like, well, fuck. I mean, how do you not go to DC for the 250? That's kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So you have to go and fucking see it. So.
Calling everybody saying, I'm out of here. I will see you guys later.
And they are gracious, and obviously I had to say that I needed ADA accessible and everything like that, and they were more than happy to facilitate any fucking thing that I needed.
We're just glad Master Blaster is a Republican.
Yeah. And just because it is the National Mall, there was security checks that I had to go through. It was Clay, what was it, like a month-long fucking process that when I told you
wait, I thought the fair would be hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers there. I thought it would be wide open. That's not going to be the case.
Well, see, that's why y'all got to stop blaming.
Here's the failed logic with that. If you are within 50 feet of the President of the United States, they're going to, make sure you're not going to do anything stupid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was about a month-long process. And
that's just essential protocol.
It came in this afternoon, and I told a couple people, but I wanted to actually say it on air tonight that yes, we're doing it, and it's going to be a blast. We're going to have a blast. We have a media tent that we're going to put up. Well, for the win and Clay are going to put up, and we're going to set a couple cameras up, and we're going to do some B-roll footage around the grounds, and we'll get them on air as soon as I get them back in the trailer.
Very good.
That's how it's going to go. And Mr. Balderson's going to be sitting, or I'm sorry, Mr. Alpacastine up there. He still hasn't figured it out yet, but it's okay. It's okay.
Them alpacas are shitting bricks of gold. Huh?
By the way, speaking of alpacas, did you check your discords for me, Balderson? He's gonna love this. He's gonna love it.
I completely fucking derailed the panel. Oops.
Yeah, you did. You fucked it all up.
It was worth it. I mean,
It was worth every 1 cent of it.
Yes.
Congratulations, though, Spen. Really.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, which I'm not afraid of doing, right? But at the end of the day, my take on it all is there's a lot of people that are not going to be able to, or may not be able to be there or to see it. So when I put it out, hopefully somebody will be touched by it. That I did it, and I did it for the
God
viewers.
damn it, Span, you've been at it. Fuck it. I've been sorry, forgive me, Father. I've been trying to be nice, man, but you steady going to fuck on I'm so glad that you get to do it with your heart desires and all of that shit and getting to live your dream and all of that shit. But don't act like this is some fucking moral event that we should all honorable bullshit. Fuck that shit. First of all, I'd rather attend something that's not fucking Trump. Fuck that nigga. And fuck that Independence Day shit, period. Because
Fuck
the
you,
brothers.
fuck you, and especially fuck you. You're cool. Fuck.
I love that. You got the clip. Nice.
Hey Joe.
Nice.
Hey Joe. Do you realize how long I have been waiting to get a good clip of that? And it just fucking came today.
No, but Joe, I just want to kind of give it a little perspective.
Wait, Clay, please, because he didn't let me wrap up. The last two things I was saying was that, and as far as that Independence Day is concerned, only some people got freed that day. It took a lot longer from others. So, I feel a little bit different about that nonsense. Right. So I get that you do it. I want you to live your best, but don't think that I should be involved or every motherfucker should be involved. Fuck that bullshit. I don't know. That's
Joe, with all due respect, I should say with halfway respect, fuck you.
So
I'd rather go to the cookout that night than fucking go
hold
there.
on. Okay, so wait. So why don't you want to celebrate the 250? Because you do understand how significant the 250 is in a society like this, right? Hold up.
I would love to celebrate it, just not with no fucking Trump and no gay shit like that.
Let me finish.
Any reason to barbecue, bro.
I just said I ain't done.
All right.
You good?
I'm good.
Nigga drinking Ice House or some shit. What the fuck you sipping on? All right, whatever.
Strictly weed, though.
Yeah, okay, whatever. The thing is, 250 in a society like this, with Trump as the president, all of this is signs. You don't see all the signs with this. The fact that
I'm listening. I don't see them all. Show me.
Yeah,
I don't see them all. Right? Keep talking to me. Keep talking.
I think
Is there some cups of water I should be looking
Hold
around?
on, I want to hear some of these signs. My brother better put me on too.
The whole thing.
I hit a baseball bat into a cup of water onto Trump.
You're a big boy now.
No. Look, the thing is, people who hate Trump is stupid, and people who love him is stupid, because it's the same kind of fucking energy. You're creating your own fucking antichrist. I don't even believe in none of that shit, but I'm watching y'all do it right before my eyes and shit, right? So it's more than just the whole racism. Oh, he racist, whatever. They had to attach that shit to him so that white people started liking him. You know what I'm saying? Because white people didn't trust this motherfucker. They didn't trust this motherfucker. They know he about the dollar more than anything. It look like exactly what he doing now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of MAGA is having, you know what I'm saying, buyer's remorse and everything. But
we're not. We're not.
It was a ploy the whole time. It was it was a ploy the whole time.
He doesn't have to.
I thought we knew all of that shit, but it doesn't.
Think about that.
Hold on. I believe Rogish has a point. Spin used to be diehard MAGA.
I don't know nothing about that.
He still is.
And now he's Palestine forever, and he's
Heard that, Shaman? Where's Shaman? Shaman, you heard it, right?
Shaman Omar who converted him.
Yeah. So the whole thing, look, when Trump first hit the scene, they hit him with the big three, right? They say he was racist, sexist, and homophobic. Right? When they hit you with the big three, with that one, you know they're trying to make something out of him that he's not. Trump is about dollars. Trump is about money. Everybody knew that. Everybody worshipped this motherfucker
Can't be
back
both.
in 1985.
Can't be both. Can't be both. Can't be all three. Can't be all four.
It don't matter.
He don't give a shit about women. Women are idols.
Hold up, wait a minute. But he's a billionaire, motherfucker. Look, if you got it like that, you can't grab women by the pussy. I'm not done. If you got it like that, you can grab women by the pussy.
12 minutes
and for
ago.
motherfuckers to get mad that a billionaire were to say that I got that kind of access, oh yeah, I can grab women by the pussy, and that's a bad thing for a billionaire to say.
In the places that he goes.
Fuck out of here. What kind of moral fucking measurement y'all trying to hold this fucking Richie Rich if he was a real person too? This is Richie Rich if he was a real person.
Rogish.
You the only one saying something about grab by the pussy, Rogish. You're talking to yourself.
You understand what the context behind that is, though. He's not walking into Walmart and doing it.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Maybe
okay?
you're not.
It's just another low IQ take after another low IQ take after another low IQ.
Ain't got nothing to do with no low IQ. You accept this mad TV shit for what the fuck it is and quit trying to make it into the American dream. Goofy.
This mad TV shit has my gas prices high. It's worth looking into and talking about, and I don't want another motherfucker telling me you can't talk about it
because the American fucking dollar is never going to be at a place to where it's sufficient for America. No more. Get the fuck out of here. Quit blaming it on Trump. Don't put that shit on Trump. Trump ain't got nothing to do with that.
Trump might grab some $1,500 an hour pussy. That's what I'm
saying. Who grabs Walmart pussy? You can't blame him for that.
Can't blame him for them tariffs. Can't blame him for being an asshole kid to say stupid shit.
All this moral shit. When the fuck did America become a moral measurement?
That is the only conversation.
Any motherfucking moral character out of the gangsterist ass fucking position that is the president of the United States, what fucking dream have you sold yourself?
And do you think that Trump has changed in his
presidency? Pussies need tickling too. God damn it!
Like for real though,
super
president.
Wait a minute. We need Mooney to respond to Ant's comment, please.
Pussy is pussy. I mean, my man grabs me by mine, and I'm perfectly fine with it. So
there you go.
Right. Damn, putting him on blast.
And he said,
that's a good woman right there. That's a good woman.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I have to ask this question. Does he have your consent, or does he have to schedule that in the week?
Is it a written contract?
Consent.
That shit was crazy.
A term of endearment.
Yeah.
No, Rogish, I don't know if you know who Fatty is, but he had a panel yesterday, and these motherfuckers up there talking about they got to schedule that bootylicious time. I can't. Clay.
For real, man. I watched the whole thing. And
they tricking with their women.
Yeah.
Hold on. So they tricking with their women.
Team
Yeah.
Fatty, and Sarah was on the panel. That's how we were watching it through Sarah. And she's like, I don't understand this because you guys are all over the place. But the main point here is that most men don't have a problem getting woken up with the BJ, and these dudes are up there like, nope. If I'm there and you're giving me a BJ and I wake up to that, I'm finna knock you off the bed type shit. Like, I mean, it's
whoa.
It's like listen. Here's the thing. I mean, I've been married 32 years.
Pause.
If my wife rolls over and starts giving me a motherfucking blowjob,
nigga, that's a
there's
good
no
morning.
way.
What the fuck?
There's no way I'm gonna knock her off the bed. But these people are like, maybe I don't want them to give a blowjob. I don't give my consent. What the fuck?
What the fuck
are you dumb?
Wildest shit I ever heard, bro.
It is
turn down a lot of head from your wife, do you? Is that really
No, sir. No, sir.
Who the fuck do that?
Boy, I tell you
I
what,
remember that I signed a contract with my wife about it. It was called I married her.
Yeah, when you get the opportunity,
we did have something in writing.
That is implied consent, motherfucker.
Go watch Sarah's when you get a chance. Not now, but when you get a chance, go watch Sarah's last panel with Team Fatty. That's just hilarious, bro. And I think it was actually her last panel on the Raging Tomato. Hilarious.
And here's the funny part. In the chat over there on Fatty's panel, I asked him, I said, so what? I need to sign a prenup to get implied consent? Do I need to see your ID? And these motherfuckers are like, hell yeah.
Man, that's a drone right there, bro. Holy shit. That's Orwellian, man. Wait a minute. I want to laugh at it, but wait a minute, cuz. Wait a minute.
You know what it is? No, I think Kraut Mick actually pointed it out. It's their simping, right? So what they think is that they can get some of this what is it? The liberal lefty women on their side. So they play like, oh no, the feminine. The feminists,
like they suckers,
right? They're suckers. Yeah. They don't understand it. Probably either virgins or gay.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Is it racist? Wait. Is it racist to say the only white woman up there was Sarah? Is that racist?
No.
Hold on. Are we talking about when Andrew Wilson was arguing that it's a good thing that his wife, it's not violation of his consent to get a blowjob from his wife? Is that what we're talking about here?
I think that's probably what started that whole conversation. Is just that whole line. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that was a whatever thing. Because some liberal fat chick was trying to argue it's a violation of consent. Andrew was like, "No, it's not." But like, why would I turn down a blowjob from my wife?
Knows her place and is very efficient at it.
It's mood, it's actions and mood, and you don't have to talk about that shit. You just,
she wakes you up like that. That's love. Them motherfuckers ain't never really had real love then, for real.
Right.
For real, because that's
the problem with left and right. They both try to control you in their own way. That's why they both are as worthless as the other.
From one extreme to the other. If you don't agree with the crazy lefty shit, then you're a full-on righty. If you don't agree with the full-on righty shit, then you're a full-on lefty. No, I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. And both want you to behave like them. You got to choose sides. That's the only way we'll accept it. You choose our sides. Call everything that they do evil, and no.
So that's conversion. Okay, so that sounds like religion then.
Oh yeah, politics.
I would agree. Those politics and the government, I think, is a new religion. I think the government
because they took the religion out of the government, so now they got to create their own religion.
Was it ever in it? Was it really ever in it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Get the fuck out of here.
Religion?
You got an argument that it was in it, at least in the beginning.
Yeah, it was part, like the Church of England was 100%
all that bullshit.
Okay.
I mean, the Roman Catholic Church 100% ruled lots of portions of the world, and definitely still to this day rules the city of Rome, if not the whole country of Italy.
Okay, but this government over here doesn't fashion itself from a model over there, does it? This
We
is
used
a
to
completely
before
fresh
the
model.
states.
Yeah, we
that was actually commandeered by those who had already an established government here, right?
This is the way I describe it. We are the pirates that took the land. So the pirates had a code. If you remember that scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean where, and I said this the other night, Jack's dad comes down from the
Yeah, I
top.
still don't remember it because I'm not gay.
Keep
Well,
to the code.
yeah, well, pirates love booty.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, the idea there is the code, right? So we have a code, and that's the U.S. code. That's the statutes, codes, ordinances, regulations, all that stuff. And it's super ridiculous right now. We definitely need to get rid of some of them. But yeah, we're the pirates that took the land.
Okay, so with that, then, why is there any accountability
Is it
of
true that Balderson's
moralism
MAGA
to-
blaster is finally ready for launch?
Fucking ridiculous, bro. All right, go ahead with your question there, Rogish. You're muted.
I'm sorry, Rogish. This motherfucker up here in the corner fucks with me all the time.
Rogish, you're muted. You're muted if you're trying to talk. You're muted.
Yeah, Rogish. Hey, hey, Rookie.
Unmute thyself, sir.
You're muted. You're muted. Muted. We can't hear a damn thing you're saying, brother.
You.
He's strangling you.
I can't unmute him.
I just tried
Rogish. Paging Rogish.
Here, I'll
Unmute
take up
on
and
aisle
say
10.
something crazy that Rogish would say. You people are idiots. You don't have the answer. Damn it, whatever you're talking about is
Did
worthless.
y'all see a motherfucker doing this, man? That
Oh,
was gold.
hey,
you know what I'm
hey,
saying? That was
what's
no
up,
broadcasting. What the fuck?
Okay. I thought you had a question for me.
I forgot it now. Shit. You know? It'll come back.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I remember
We were on
that.
the
I remember. No, it wasn't a church. It was about the whole moral standard that. All right, you say pirates, cuz, right? All right, so pirates commandeered this motherfucker and, you know what I'm saying, basically placed their code within this government, all right? Because the government was already established, I think, by the Illinois or some shit or whatever that was here, right? All right, so the thing is, how was there any accountability to any morality or any, let's say that code or whatever, right? Could the code ever outlive itself until the people?
Not
It'll
without
transform, right?
Second
It can
Amendment,
evolve?
yeah, it can't. Adapt. I say.
Not that again.
Well, if something's wrong, then you write in more code or adjust the code. But essentially, the accountability part is the Second Amendment. Without that Second Amendment, we don't survive.
And it must have the ability to change because you remember we did 3/5 bullshit. They had to come back and clean some shit up.
That don't
I will
mean
get
nothing.
you
That
the
only
3/5.
means something to the motherfuckers who wrote it in there. If that means something to the people whatever's trying to be applied to, that's on the people. It's like Kanye said, a lot of slavery was a fucking choice for real.
Well,
You
it's
know,
like
Joe, does that mean something to you today now? Are you still holding
I
on?
will get to the 3/5 argument. We'll talk about the 3/5 argument in just a second. One of our guests here, Moon, one of the original debaters, needs to make her exit. So, Moon, go ahead and give everybody your closing.
Y'all are crazy. I love you. Love all of you. Love all people. Race should not be a factor in crimes unless it is deemed necessary. And I am very happy that I got this idea and that Joe agreed to, come on here.
Thanks for having me. I had a blast, man. Thanks for considering me.
It is something that does need to be brought attention to. So with that, I am going to say a goodbye.
All right, peace. Have a good one, mate.
So the funny thing about the 3/5 argument is the two main actual arguments that they had aren't even ever brought up in it. Everybody just assumes like they were trying to prescribe a degree of humanity to black people. And it was when it came for the vote, the South had way more slaves and larger plantations. Well, the Southern slave owners wanted black people to get a full vote. And so the problem with that then was basically every large plantation suddenly gets a disproportionate vote. And that's insane. Like because this owner that owns a shit ton of humans, suddenly he gets a whole shit ton of votes. That's insane. And then the North said, well, that's fine. But for every voting person, you need to also pay your amount of taxes, because that back then that was how they prescribed taxes.
Nice.
And then also you need to answer to the militia. So then each of these landowners would now be paying disproportionate taxes and sending disproportionate people into the militia. So this is where they landed at the 3/5, because the one side didn't want the other side getting a disproportionate vote, and this side didn't want this side paying disproportionate taxes.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. But that's the whole thing that it's like Patrice O'Neill said. He said all this, it really seems like it's like a farce conjecture or something like that. I'm seeing an unraveling for all the rest of y'all that's like, you know what, yeah, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, the best of the best. I'm viewing an unraveling that was pre-told in the 6 stages or the 6 ages of an empire. And we've definitely reached the final stage of an empire according to that, that legend.
Yeah.
And
we're definitely in those.
250 is the year that they say.
Yeah, it's usually 2.
Laugh all you want, Rogish, but that's fucking bullshit.
Why is it?
Because we're not going down. There's a whole fucking plan ready to come and show everybody the fucking truth of all matters and everything. And the fact that people voted for Joe Biden, that wasn't Joe Biden, bro. That was not Joe Biden.
Okay. Fuck Joe Biden. He ain't important.
There's a major reckoning coming. And you guys are all living in fantasy land, and it's really disturbing.
He wasn't supposed to be there at all.
What's the major reckoning? What's the major reckoning?
He just interrupted Trump. Trump is going to be y'all last president. Y'all don't understand.
Let me ask, if I can, what is the major reckoning coming?
What do you mean the major reckoning?
Not you. The other cat said there's a major reckoning coming.
No. I don't know what the fuck major reckoning is.
Not you. Who are you talking to? Who you just having an exchange with?
That's for the win.
Yeah.
For the win. Then you say a major reckoning is coming. Y'all just don't understand. Something to that effect?
I mean, look at California right now. It's being stolen from beneath your feet right now. This is ridiculous.
Tell me the reckoning. Tell me the reckoning. Hold on, I'm asking him something, pimp. What is the reckoning that you see that you describe?
There is a massive lie that is perpetrated by our media, and that, I don't know if you want to call it half the country. I look at the Democrat Party. I look at a lot of people that are just not in the know of things. That is coming. There is so much that is going to be unraveled. These Epstein files will come out. There is so much that is going to happen.
Oh, you think? Okay.
There's going to be a lot of soul searching a lot of people are going to have to do, because fuck, they lie to us, plain and simple.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, okay, so that's the whole thing, is that's how they're going to keep everything, though.
But that doesn't mean we're just going to end as a nation, though, Rogish.
No, my friend. No, my friend. There has to be
my friend, my neighbor, my cousin, my uncle. What are you saying?
There has to be a decline, my friend. It's not just going to end like
the powers that be absolutely wanted that end to come. They want to destroy America.
No.
That is their plan.
It's not a destruction of America. It's a fulfillment of their plan.
Well, is that what you were talking about 250 years?
Well, no, ain't no fucking 150 years, because the social fabric that is essential to the people and the public is being destroyed right now. They're above all that. When you're billionaire, trillionaires, they done hit trillions. They done hit trillions.
Do you think we'd be better off without billionaires?
No, because if someone
Oh, so we
actually
need
is
billionaires.
smarter,
Okay.
no, not no need, not no need. Billionaires just don't need to have that much access of ownership to the essential goods and services of the public. The public need to be able to own a certain percentage of that access to the market as well. I'm not against no billionaire making their loot and making their bones how they do it, because some of the motherfuckers is that intelligent where they can work business like that. Don't hate the player, play the game. Them motherfuckers just don't need to be able to own the motherfucking monopoly board, man.
Wouldn't you want to be able to have access to all that stuff if you became a millionaire or a billionaire?
well, my perspective with it is you're only as large as that which is connected to you. So yeah, I'm one of those that if I'm gaining, then I'm feasting, and you don't feast
then
by
why
yourself.
want to cut off that access
Well,
for them?
of course, they all want that kind of control.
Yes.
But then they want to cry around when guillotines come out because they act like dicks with
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
So-
It's evil.
Say it.
It's
Say
evil for the billionaire to control all of that shit and fuck
You know
over
it's
all of
evil-
those
you know-
people.
you know it's evil,
and
Joe?
if I want it, it's also still evil. You know, if the guys, you know.
All right, gentlemen,
if you-
we are in absolute hit it
Off your
or
own dick,
quit it.
dude. If you became
We are
a billionaire,
absolutely in hit it or quit it. You now
sorry.
have 15 minutes. That one big Ren Dono keeps the stream alive. We have 15 minutes left. If that big red dono does not come in over on the Benjamin Balderson channel. Back to you, gentlemen.
So I have a question in regards to the whole narrative behind, an empire falling or coming to that fruition in the 200 or 300. They say that 200 or 300 years, but I think the British Empire is almost at the 500th year. It's like 400 and something years that it's existed. There's other empires that have existed for way, way longer. Like you
Well,
look
they
at
on the
the
decline,
the
Mike.
Rome-
They're on
Clay,
the
when they
decline.
say that, the British, it's no longer a monarchy. That's now fuck, what do they call that thing? Parliament.
Yeah.
The same thing with Rome. While Rome had a fairly long duration, there's the emperor where they're the god emperor. There's also the Senate periods. There's different periods of the same empire where it held the same landmass, but there was a reorganization of the government.
Well, that's kind of what I was going to ask about, because essentially what's the measure here? And when you look at the Roman Empire, that was like 1400 and something years.
But again, there was times where it's the Roman emperors, and then there's the Roman Senate, and there's different governmental systems that took place where they completely revamped their government. So then that's not considered the same system anymore.
So then what is the measure?
The measure is how much bread and circus is present in your reality, motherfucker. Now we can't deny.
That's exactly right. So it's about
the continuity of the same government.
Yeah, the story that you're going to tell yourself, essentially, right, Rogish?
What?
So it's the story that you're telling yourself as to how long the empire lasted.
Oh no!
Well, no, I agree with that.
No,
no,
it's
I
not
absolutely
that I'm
agree
telling
with that.
myself.
Well,
It's something
here's
that I'm reading within the social energies of this empire. Now,
yeah.
now,
Well, so
look, the thing, it just to me, it's just like the whole horoscope shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm a motherfucking Aquarius, and I don't know what the fucking Aquarius was. So somebody said Aquarius was an Aquarius. I'm like, damn, y'all been following motherfucker? And I don't follow no horoscope, but it's like when they read the motherfucking numbers and all that, I'm like, God damn, this cosmic shit is on, you know what I'm saying, to a degree,
that's
right?
a measure.
No, okay, but the thing is, if the measure is whatever the 6 stages is, and it just so happened to fit the last 2, what you okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then I can come up with a measure too, right? And so
What
that's
are these 6 stages and what did we've passed? I don't know.
History is one of my favorite subjects. I love history. I love learning about what actually happened. And so when I see, in history that these empires, even though somebody on one hand will say, it only lasted for 200 or 300 years or 100 years, and I look at the remnant of it and I say, well, there's still that same people, right? That same group. And it really, to me, it falls down to the heritage behind it. And people are still claiming that heritage and still clinging on to it, and it's still actually active in law and politics. And
So,
religion.
like,
you
it don't,
understand,
look,
like,
it don't matter how
the
much an
Russian
American
people-
any of you are, if your government have sold America right out from up underneath your feet, man.
The Russian
you can
don't
claim to be
become-
as much of the American that you want to be.
The Russian people didn't become less Russian when the communists took over, but it's now a different governmental regime.
Very
It's not
good.
the same, it's not the same regime. It's not the same style of government. When
Okay.
you're looking at empires, you're looking at the person leading it. And so when there's a continuity of that, that's an empire and the duration of such. When you then switch a governmental system, now that empire is over. Yes, the people of that land are still the people of that land, but they're under a different government, which is a different empire.
Under that understanding, the longest this American empire has ever lasted is 12 years during FDR, because that was the guy in charge at that point in time.
Well, no, again, so like with England, England had a king. There was a line of kings that passed, and so yes, then that's still a continuity of government, even though it had different kings. But where it quit being the empire, the British Empire, is when they switched to a parliament, and now the monarchy is now just basically a facade, and the city and the state is actually ran by a parliament. So now
are you saying the British Empire isn't a thing anymore?
It's
right.
And a new part
the
would
British
have begun.
Empire still to this day.
Toodaloo.
No,
it's no longer
as soon as they switched their governmental form and they no longer were a monarchy, then they're no longer the same thing.
But they are.
And they need time to grow into this new thing.
They are the British Empire, are they not?
This is not my fucking the way that I'm accounting it. This is the way when they talk about empire, Clay, this is the way that they look at it.
Well,
the continuity of government. Now, when it moved from a monarchy to a parliament, you no longer have a line of kings that has been ruling that land. You now have a parliament ruling that land. So the old monarchy, the empire, that is no longer there.
Then why do they call themselves a British Empire?
Because
they need to keep the lie alive.
Probably more of that. Yeah.
Well, no, that's not accurate, because they have bases all over the world, and they literally sit side by side with the U.S. bases. And so when we look at this,
what do they take? What do they take? What do they snatch? What does Britain run? Because the British Empire, when they talk about the British Empire, we think of motherfuckers who ruled all these other lands, took all of this shit, and ruled with an iron fist. When someone says British Empire, I think of them when they relinquish all these different countries, which would be the time when he's talking about.
Who does Canada owe allegiance to?
The crown.
The crown, okay. Which means that whatever the crown says is exactly what Canada is going to do. How is that not rule over that entire region, entire country? And they do this.
I refer to that as a different empire, though. If we're going to call it an empire, and I don't think I would. I don't think they even qualify for that title anymore. But I would call that something different than what I see as the British Empire.
Are we an empire? Are we an empire, Joe?
We are an empire.
No, we're not.
Yes.
We ain't no fucking empire.
This is not. This is the United States of America.
Wait, listen. Right now,
exactly.
This is a fucking corporation. Get the fuck
right
out of here.
now.
This ain't no
You
empire.
could.
This is not an
right
empire.
now, you could call it the American Empire because we are killing niggas, taking land, snatching shit. It looks like we're expanding our empire right now.
Killed people.
Yeah, looks like we're an empire.
You can't lump that in as being empirical, intentional movement. No, if anything, that's a savage.
Wait. I can't lump this in as intentional movement in the same sense that you did. It was in Agenda 2030. They was going to intentionally take over these countries. This intentional movement.
Look, bruh. It don't matter what the fuck was in any agenda. This shit has been sold right out from up underneath the feet of Americans. The America
Okay, so
that
how does that
everybody who call
nullify what I
themselves
said?
America is holding on to is the very same brand and style of desire that foreign motherfuckers get who ain't from America. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter. The shit is just a product. All it was a fucking lifestyle product, and the people were supposed to pour into it, but they rather buy into it as opposed to
Is
live
your
into it.
position that there is no such thing as an empire, or what is your
Of
definition
course,
of an
there's such thing
empire?
as empire. No. Let's say this place was an empire. It's not an empire now. This shit belongs to what? 8 families. That's
What is an empire by your definition?
the people are supposed to belong to the nation as well. The people don't belong to this nation.
Who doesn't belong?
The people don't belong to this nation as constituents. The people belong to this nation as personnel. And you see ever more so whatever the social.
I would agree. That's what they did to your black women. They fucking married the government before their man.
Well, yeah. Shout out
and
to feminism,
before
the
that, they
coldest form
fucking
of
did that with
pink.
the education system. I mean, these motherfuckers in fucking Baltimore can't even fucking read. They can't do fucking shit. And that was all done by fucking design. As sad as that fucking is. That's where your anger should be.
And I'm just questioning
I ain't got no anger. I'm just looking at shit.
I got anger. I'm still a kid. I got anger. I'm out protesting in the streets and filming cops. I ain't gonna pretend that I don't have anger.
I look at like the dynasties.
And what are you
and
going
I
to
see
accomplish
their
even if you
empires.
wanted to, Joe? You're not.
Right. I see
You're not
the
gonna do shit.
dynasties, right?
Hold on, Clay. Let me get this moment. He just said, "What are you going to accomplish, Joe? Nothing." Is that what I'm paraphrasing you right there?
I said if you wanted to go out and protest in the streets, what are you going to accomplish? You're not going to accomplish shit. The problem is that you have to elect people to be able to make change ultimately.
Well,
And
let's
the folks
see
that
if
you
that's
choose to want to elect, they're not for you, bro. They're not for you at all.
Okay,
They're not
I wouldn't go down the elect. Hey, wait. Don't argue your argument. You brought up election, and now you want to argue it and put it in my mouth like I was about to answer elections.
Well, you were
gonna
almost
say
saying
that-
like if
hold
I
on.
went out and protested, you can go and make change. No, you're not going to do that, Joe. You won't.
Well, let's see. You didn't want to hear if my argument here. I say you're wrong. I say that what I do out here filming cops, I protest. I say all of these motherfuckers, we are activists. This is a form of protest. And now the argument, hold on, be patient. Hear before you argue with it. And now the argument of does my protest do anything? I say, yes, it does. It's converted many because I see motherfuckers that get courage to stand up to the system now where it was none. I see the average person willing to say, listen, what law did I break and what did I do? I see cops have to honor certain people and not violate them and hurt them the way it used to. I see tyrants losing their fucking jobs all because of me and cats who protest in the way that I do. I see change. I didn't go to the change I've done in Chicago. Should I go to there? If you want to,
don't go there. Because the fact that you say you see change, that means you have hope.
That's wild. That's wild.
No, I'm telling you, I'm fucking facts though. What do you got to do with the hope?
That's not where change comes from.
Change in the dying system. Wow. Interesting.
He say I would not be able to make a change. I'm so factually that I did. What are we missing here?
The only change that you're going to create is probably being behind a jail cell at that point.
I made a change last night when the cops gave this guy his driver's license back and didn't give him a ticket because I showed up. I made a change. I don't know what you're looking for. I'm not God.
Look, Joe. The change comes.
That's not systematic change.
Shifts.
That's what you fucking need, dude.
You're
looking at these little one-offs. Those are
Okay,
wins.
no. Systematic. I'll argue systematic. Hold on, let us go. I'll argue systematic.
I can't hear anything if y'all are talking at the same time, okay?
Right, systematic change. You're saying we don't make it. I'll argue that we will. All of this case law, Turner versus Driver, Irizarry versus Jahia, and all these states now, I can film the fucking police. And if they try and interfere with that shit, I get money. There's a systemic change.
That's
Just one.
petition, not protest. You're talking about press, assembly, and petition. None of those things are protest.
I would disagree. I would say the mere act of going out there as a protest is why they hate me so fucking much. It is the first form that I am willing to stand up against them.
Hold up, wait a minute. Then that means you are acknowledging that you aren't a first class citizen and you desire to be.
I don't know, but I'm sure you got some weird shit that's going to divert.
No
Please tell me how you got that or what I was saying.
Weird shit. Look, he said it's not protest.
Hold on, guys. There's money on the table. Hurricane Run comes in with the Big 10 over on the Benjamin Balderson channel. Gentlemen, we've got 5 minutes left.
Can you define
another $30 will save the stream or the chat has failed.
Thank you, Hurricane.
Back to
Don't
you
take
guys.
that L chat. Don't take it.
If you truly want to make change, it starts with the education. I don't give a fuck what you're doing out in the streets, who you're saving from the police or any of that bullshit. At the end of the day, fuckers have to be educated, and it starts with that. And people just can't read. Well,
this is exactly what I do through my videos. I just told you, I educate niggas. They know their rights. I know they know their rights because I see it on every fucking video. I did education. Thank you.
That's great. It starts with the children.
Look. There are many cases of black people who know their rights.
I'm glad you say that because I see the kids out there making videos where they know their laws now and they stand up and they are no longer victims. Starts with the kids. We've educated kids.
That only means something if you agree in some fucking objective law.
Oh my God!
This
I am
law
not
is not
gonna listen to anything you say. If every time you interject with something,
point these
it is
motherfuckers out for
whatever
being
I'm saying
racist
is
and all this other
bullshit.
shit, but you want to real go into the same law?
Gentlemen, thank you. All right.
So whatever you about to say has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You want to talk about something, and you're gonna act like it's something I was talking about. I assume that's what's about to happen right now.
They are the lawmakers. How the fuck the law not racist? How you gonna teach? How you teach the black people to use the law? What you mean use the law?
I don't know.
The law is gangster in this motherfucker. Why don't y'all teach the black people that? Any of you that's going out there to teach black people something, why don't y'all teach that these motherfuckers is either police or they mob? That's what the fuck you teach.
And when I say that, it's not just black people, dude. It's fucking all of us. We are, as a society,
teach everybody that shit.
The fuck down.
Well, great. I say I've made change. What change has your system made? Because my way, I can point to people being fired, laws being changed, people being learning their rights. I can point to all sorts of shit that my way that you say is so ineffective. What have you done? Any one of you up here besides Clay?
Trying to get in where you fit
in. Here comes deflection one. That will not be an answer coming from over there. This will be some crazy shit.
Yeah, like you the only one that have done so.
I asked you, what have you done? I'm not acting like nothing. I asked you a question. Are you going to answer the fucking accuse me of something?
I've also.
Yeah, he won't though. He's acting
Gentlemen, we now have another little bit of money on the table.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your answer. Yeah.
Hurricane Run comes in with the big 20 over on the Benjamin Balderson channel. We need one more dono to keep the stream alive. If not, in 2 minutes, we go bye-bye.
Thank you, Hurricane.
There's not one motherfucking thing I can do personally, Joe. Not one. Again, it's systematic. It starts with the education. And it's not just black people. It's all of us. It's all of us as a fucking nation.
You can't educate anyone? Is that what you're saying? You don't know how to educate anyone?
Let them land his plane.
No, we only have 2 minutes. Are you saying you cannot educate a kid? Personally, you said there's nothing I can do personally. Can you go educate a kid?
I'm not.
There is something you can do personally.
I don't go out and do.
You don't have to be.
Again,
be nice.
I can't go and teach.
You could do it.
Baltimore.
I couldn't teach everybody either, but that's something I can do, and I got results.
And what you're missing the point is that it starts at kindergarten. It starts.
Are you sure I'm missing that something that obvious though?
It starts with the family formation.
Are you sure I'm missing that something that simple, man?
And that is something what I told you from the get-go. It's systematic.
It doesn't change anything that I am educating people, which is what you say people should do. I am actively doing that.
The thing is, do you get them to believe in the law?
And gentlemen, Rolls Royce has come in with the other 10. Rolls Royce just saved
That had to be like
for
the
another
last 10
hour.
seconds, right? That had to be like
In the last
I was waiting to hear a
10
bell or
seconds.
something.
In
Damn.
the last 10 seconds, yes.
I apologize for being hostile, but I assumed the shit was fixing to end, so I took liberties interjecting you cats. I won't take such liberties anymore after this now.
Gentlemen, I am going to make my exit. I have already raided everybody over to the Benjamin Balderson channel. Mr.
Yeah, it's better
Toasty
quality
is going
over
to
there
make
anyway.
his exit as well.
Gosh.
Mr. Toasty, if you are going to exit, now is your time, sir, to say your thoughts on the panel.
I'll be right back too.
Yes. I'd like to thank you guys for having me up. This has been an absolutely riveting conversation. If you guys are going to carry over, please try to remember, keep it in mind to talk one at a goddamn time. Because I can't understand none of you when you're all talking over each other.
I wish you'd have said none of you.
One at a fucking time.
Nah.
Good. Oh.
Nah, don't.
Y'all have a good night. Have a good debate. I hope to see y'all in these parts again. Whoever's, whatever. I'm done.
All right, be easy, Toast.
You are tired.
Take it easy, Joe.
Good night, Toasty.
Good night, guys.
I could have sworn I had a piece.